It's working. And then it takes like 10 seconds to actually, it'll say upcoming, and then I go into the YouTube, and then about 10 seconds it actually comes on. Try it out. It actually, I would say 8 out of 10 times it works. There we go. Beautiful disaster. Art, did you used to be on Whatnot a long time ago? Yeah, so pick her Adam. It's on the three dots. Let me show you. You know where it's at. You know when you go to the three dots on iPhone and you click it, just go to multicast and then turn it. Make sure it's off first or it won't work. Then turn it on. And you have to like force quit the app and then come back in and it'll be fine. You have to do one at a time though. So if you want to do Facebook after, you got to wait a couple of seconds for that to like refresh. It's weird. I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know why it does that. But I do love the new pop out chat. Yeah, but sometimes, and then if you're in OBS, if you don't end the stream on desktop under show tools and hit just end, even if you raid, sometimes it keeps going. You got to go to show tools and end that stream or you're going to have it continue. And I've had shows where it's gone for 50, 60 hours. Yeah, I do it in Chrome browser. So I go to whatnot.com, I go to show tools, I open up OBS, I open up Stream Deck, and then that's all ready to go. And then I go to show tools, and then I connect, and then I start show, and then I already have a window open in a different window, a different monitor. So I have like one window over here for just like, camera view, and then over here I have the pop up chat because you can pop it out now, and then I have OBS. And but I zoom it, and I also have YouTube like up too in case I have to, chat. But that takes a couple of minutes. But there is a lag. And then YouTube is not through OBS. It's through the Whatnot app. Yeah, you know what? I think they just put it in there like a month ago or less. It's and a lot of people don't know about it, but I think they did it because there's a lot of people that stream with OBS, and then their monitors are vertical, so they could just pop it out. It is handy. It is handy because you can zoom in and make it big. Hello, friends. Welcome in. My name's Dee. This is day number 581 on Whatnot. I've been going live for 581 days on the app, pretty much to be consistent, to build community and connect, and obviously, make sales. But some of the days, because it's so many of them, I just do like some chat, hang out, real chill. Like tonight, that's what we're going to kind of do. If you're here to shop, I have tons of items in the buy it now. Yeah, 581 days. I'm a little delirious tonight, to be honest. About a second or less for some of the shows. So right now I'm talking to Picker Adam, but also talking to everybody. We're just talking about like OBS and multicasting to YouTube. The lag has been about a second or yeah, it seems like it's about 3 seconds. But it depends. Like I'm completely wired in on my internet, so it's faster. Such nerds. Did you say you got a new phone or no? You know what? I did a co-host today, right? Nerds for sure. What's up, Henry? How you doing? You're slow? Okay, that's all right. I mean, we go at our own pace. I did a co-host show today with somebody who had Android, like a one-on-one consulting that I do, and they were brand spanking new to selling, nicest person ever. She couldn't hear it echo, but it literally echoed the entire time. I don't know how I did it because every time I spoke, it would repeat what I spoke. Thankfully, she couldn't hear that, but there is a that glitch. So I reported that to Whatnot today. I was like, it's horrible. It needs to get fixed. I clipped it, so I don't know if they can hear it, but oh man, it was so bad. It was picking up the mic, yeah, and I was on my iPhone, Because when I do the co-hosting, when I most because you can't really co-host with OBS without some kind of issues. No, I didn't even have the computer on. Yeah, it was doing it just from iPhone to Android. And I got a new iPhone, so I don't know. But a lot of shows I go in, even if it's Android, co-hosting an Android, it does it. You know how the audio drops. So I don't know. I don't know why I did that. And yeah, it's some internal glitch. They got to fix it though, because audio, you don't can't lose audio. No, I have it all off. I have my mic up here, right this. So I had it off. I had it muted, the volume completely off and muted. But I didn't have it on right away. I turned it on after I was already live. I was doing it. I was doing the co-host from my phone because when I do one-on-one, I only do it from the phone. Because a lot of people think they could do it from the computer or a tablet, and I'm like, no, co-host. I'm gonna co-host you when I go into a private show, and then I'm gonna invite you, but do it from your phone. Because otherwise, you get the echoing and all that. But oh, it was pretty bad. And I have to find out. I have to give them instructions to find out what version Android they had. Who's he? Hammer Grab. What's up, Hammer Grab? He said I worn a set of headphones. It doesn't do it. It still does it. Maybe, huh? That's it. I knew it. No, it's a lot of shows. Uh, Thriftworks USA was co-hosting with Gorgeous George's Finds, and it was really bad. It's weird too. It's not nobody's on a second device. Maybe they forgot to plug something in. Yeah. I was on headphones. I was on my earbuds. It was bad. I had to leave the show. Thank you for your purchase. Yeah, there's tons of items in the buy now. Thank you for your purchase. Is that Penny your first purchase? I don't have anything special for first purchase, but first purchase tonight we'll get corn on the cob with sunglasses. Thank you so much. What's up? Or a special corn on the cob. How about this? Oh, thank you. You're gonna get it for another minute here. Woo woo woo. Thank you so much. Yeah, those penny sleeves are great. Allison Khan, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's OBS if you're wondering. So I'm allowed to split screen and add like animations. You can add music and different things, but I feel like anytime I personally go into a stream and someone's talking and they're playing music, it's too much for my brain. Yeah, I don't do well with that. I don't usually go to those kind of shows. But if they're chilling and the music's low, then I can handle that. Gotta have fun, right? Hey, even if it's corny. I know, I know, I know. You know, corn is trending, right? Corn is really trending. Where's the other corn I got in here somewhere? Host had iPhone, and I used the Android OS 15, whatever iPhone is on. They're on like 17 Pro Max now. Yeah, but only one person echoes, not both people. I reported it directly to Whatnot today. Yeah, I was in a meeting and I usually submit like a lot of stuff to them. But I didn't have to submit it. They're like, we're gonna definitely look into it. I said, I have a clip. I took a clip of it and it did record. The echo was terrible. So it wasn't on my end, it was internal because if it was on my end, it would not record the clip. I mean, you would hear it. And I know sometimes it happens really bad when you have a second device and then you forget to mute it. It's horrible. One seller went live once and I took a clip of it. Nicest person. It was bad. It was so annoying. Yes. Am I not on the homepage? I should be. I'm usually up on the top of the FYP because I go on every day. Yep. And a minimal of an hour, but you really need to be like 3 hours to stay afloat. Yeah. But sometimes I'm like down at the bottom, you know? It's all about the engagement. Tiny, how are you? I know. I could handle, I mean, maybe because being a designer, photographer, it's hard for me to stay in a show if there's bad video. I'm out. But the audio's worse. I agree with you. How are you doing? Yeah, we're just talking about the echo glitch. Good. Yeah, right? I can't and if it's like in here it's I think it's okay and you notice it, yeah. Sometimes people things don't bother them, but for me I feel like audio kind of is a bother because it needs to be nice and clear. What's up, YouTube? How are you guys doing? YouTube is interesting. Yeah. I don't know, like right now it's quiet, it's working good. Audio matter. Yeah. It's when it, you know what's annoying? Is that like white noise, that crackle, that scratchy. Run Envy. How am I going to ship you? Local pickup. That's it. Where's our friend Andy? Hi, Andy. Wherever you are. I got a package from Andy the other day. I could fit you in it. It's little though. Yeah. Just do everything like, what are the analog? I'm going to start using my VHS camcorder from 1987. I'm gonna set it up to stream with. It'll work. It'll work. It's got RCA. I have some kind of converter around here. I could ship you in a mini fridge box. I mean, it won't be comfortable. Need like packing peanuts. That's it. Yeah, packing peanuts. Would that be better? Oh, that's a good idea, Picker Adam. You should do that. Start the show with a dial-up sound and let them young ones hear the sound of other people. No, 8 track. You'd probably fit because you're four. I mean, maybe, maybe. I bought a tripod from Andy, like one of those TikTok ones. Dude, the 8 track's cool. I have a bunch, but you guys can't hear my clips. That's a problem. I gotta mess with it. I broke. What happened is I set up my one night show and then I broke my like audio somehow. I got a new mic, so the mic is okay. My little mic's the best, but I never charge it because I keep forgetting. And oh, I forgot to put that away. But yeah, you love the dial up. The kids today, they don't even know what that's like. What's up, Miss V? You're up early? Did you even go to bed? You started your stream, I kept saying welcome in the AO. Oh yeah. You got mail. I'll probably get a copyright strike for that. If I make it sound like it, yeah. I'll probably get a copyright strike. I know. Some of this so the sound because I on Whatnot I multicast to YouTube. I have a YouTube channel too. If you're a new seller and you need like to know how to do things on Whatnot, I literally have 900 videos. A lot of them are live, but then there's like all kinds of different videos in there. There's some shipping information, how to run the app, how to run a show, best advice, tips for new sellers, tons of stuff. Um, but the problem is if you multicast to YouTube from Whatnot and you play any kind of copywritten material, they give you a strike, which is just like a warning, like, hey, credit the artist, unless it's like, very famous person. Yeah. And if you get like 3 big strikes, they kick you off there. So, sometimes you get a strike if you use their music. So now I'm not going to use anything. It is going to come here eventually. It says it in the Whatnot terms. People just don't know how to read. They don't read the terms. Yeah, it's in there. Oh, I'm not gonna be honest. I have really healthy boundaries, but I'm probably not gonna answer any shipping questions tonight. Let me see what you're saying here. Make mine beautiful. First of all, way to go on your first show. It's more of like a chill hangout show. I don't always do like sellers, but we're just having like insomnia. Don't be sorry. Just know I'm strict on my healthy boundaries. I was being bad where I wasn't. And then one shipping question's like 2 hours. Yeah. And just sometimes your brain's gotta just chill. You just had your first show, which is amazing. I have a question. I want to run my second show as a continuation. No, you can't do that. You got to make a new show. Yeah, you want to make a new show. Did you sell anything, first of all? Yeah, it doesn't really work that way because. So, hey, bunny, honey, how you doing? I mean, you can. The thing is, you have to ship your orders within 2 days. And if you're not familiar with the shipping and how it works, you might, and if you sell a lot of stuff, you might end up with kind of a headache. Yeah, we just can't do that. Just for that main reason. Yeah, I mean, here's how it works. Say for example, you have a show, right? And you are on for 4 hours and you sell a bunch of stuff and you do great. The minute you sell the first item, the clock ticks. It starts when it's sold. So say it becomes like close to dinner time and you want to take a break because you're tired, but you want to restart your show. You can do that. So you can take like a 2 hour break, right? Whatever you want to do for dinner. Yeah, but you can, yeah, exactly. You can cut it off for 2 hours, or you can end it and go, okay, you guys, I'm gonna end my show. No raids. You can't raid. It won't work. And then you restart your show by rescheduling it. So you go the show edit, but just understand this: when you edit it, it ends that show. The shipping's still there if you reschedule it for like the next morning. But again, don't forget the timer. You have 2 business days, which is 48 hours. So you'll already lose one day if you start it the next day. Oh, that they're wrong. Yeah, it starts exactly when you end that show, but it really ends when it starts when you sell the item. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like, if you're better off, you're really better off having that show because it was your first show. The worst thing a new seller could do is oversell and not know how to do the shipping. So give yourself some grace. You don't have to, yes, the buyers, you want to save them some money, but also you might put yourself into more trouble than it's worth. So maybe for the first few shows, I would get a handle on how it works and everything, but also make sure you're putting in the right shipping for the buyers. Like if you're running something that weighs, 1 to 3 ounces and you're running it 8 to 11 ounces, you're actually overcharging the buyer. You'll make less money. They'll buy less from you. Yeah, so weekends don't count. So if you have you did that, yeah. So I just don't want you to be the first time seller and then you end up with like 30 packages and you don't know how to pack or ship it. And it's overwhelming because it does happen, to be honest. Even if you've sold on other platforms, the shipping here is different because it'll bundle a bunch of stuff. You have multiple buyers. Oh yeah. And if you're international, I would definitely not. I mean, it's kind of hard. You guys also have that new thing coming out that they could fill a box for the whole week. I don't know what it's called because I haven't really read up on it. Kim is the Red Rooster. Kim, she's told me about it. Yeah, so you might, in that case, it might be a little bit different because you're probably not getting too many US sales, right? Yeah, the tariffs are crazy. I wish they would go away. They could go away in a minute. Yeah. So I don't know. I would in Canada, like maybe you could do your show, but just take a break and then restart that one. And you have to see how it goes. Because what method are you shipping? Do you guys have a lot more options? Like you can bring your own label? Yeah, it's not Canada sellers or Canadian sellers. They have a lot of challenges. They've been on strike. I don't even know if this, I think the strike is over. Yeah, waiting for the box. There are no tariffs due in my art with my vintage jewelry, but people don't understand that anyway. Well, there is, if you're selling to US, there might be a tariff bill going to the buyer after the transaction. Yeah, so watch that. I know they say it's on not every category, but it's the US. They don't, I'm sorry to say this, but they really don't tell the truth when it comes to that. So double check on that because I just had some Canadian sellers reach out to me about it. Yeah, and they wanted me to discuss it on my chat show, but I talked to Kim about it. You know who I'm talking about, Kim Red Rooster. So she kind of gave me the they tariffed my I bet they did. I bet. Pick her at them. Um, hold on, I want to go back here. I wish I had a better answer for you. Kim, the Red Rooster. Yeah. She does a few chat shows a week. She's in Canada. If you don't know her, the Red Rooster. She does a lot of chat shows. Thanks, Bunny. I'm sorry. Hold on. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, all the Canadians pretty much know each other. We're all just finding our way out. Exactly. It has disrupted everything for Canadian sellers because a lot of American buyers are afraid to buy from Canada. But it's very clear when you go shop with Canadians. I have for tons of times. It shows you what the shipping is. It and they explain it. Each seller will explain it to you. There's tons of them. I haven't bought in a while. Oh yeah, let me go. I wanted to go back just to make sure. Yeah, Christopher, 2 business days. Uh, so if you have a show on a Monday, you should be shipping it no later than Wednesday. Because Monday to technically Tuesday, it's like next day. Yeah, it should be. Thank you. So if you have a show Monday, it all depends on the time. It's very weird. Now, if you look on the app, it'll tell you you have 104 hours to ship. That is wrong. It was a glitch, so I think they may have fixed it. Yeah, right. So like when I have hey, not a problem. I do it like almost every day on here lately. But Tuesday is my like chat show day. Quick shipping is one on top concerns. Yeah, number one question for everybody. I don't care where you're from. You're a buyer or a seller, you're gonna want to ask about shipping. That's hands down the number one question. And next Tuesday, I'm having my shipping show. Yeah, I am having a shipping show next week. It's my Whatnot seller. I'm a community host for Whatnot. So is Blasian Bunny. So next week, I don't know if she's had hers. When are you having yours, Bunny? Yeah, so next Tuesday, it should have a thumbnail and everything. But I do it at 9:23 a.m. Pacific time. I'm going to really be breaking it down. I try to explain that shipping is very simple for first time sellers. Yeah, I want to make it as now, and I explain it the way it works with bundling, not so much the cost of it, but just for US the cost, but not for Canada because the rates vary now depending on um what the weight is, and then it used to be so simple. Now with the tariffs, I feel like it's still simple, but I think yeah, I think connecting with other Canadian sellers, but don't be afraid to buy from other sellers in other countries. They know ahead of time like, what the shipping is roughly, but they don't get to see how much it's costing you. An item will be pinned to the screen and it'll show you like how much. Any coins, M. Guerra? I don't have any. Just the ones in my purse. But thank you for asking. You know what? Honestly, every seller ships, some ship same day. Some ship, some ship in 3 days. Some ship. Actually, I'm waiting for a package that's been. Hold on. Do I see that corporate goth here? What's up, goth? I see some people. I have a package. I'll tell you guys about it. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's some kind of scam. I bought something from somebody. I'll tell you about it. Okay. And And I buy it on the app. I usually get packages pretty darn quick. So I bought an item on, I'm trying to figure out what day it was on because I have to be patient too. I get it. I bought the item, I don't know where it's at because the pictures aren't loading, like in December. Okay. Oh, I guess I should give her a review. Whoops. Actually, the item's not in here anymore. Did they cancel it? Okay, I bought the item on December 22nd. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's what I'm saying. Some don't get scanned. Yeah. Here's the thing is when a seller has a show, they package it, right? They get everything ready. They process, they have the labels. They can scan them in the Whatnot app. Not everybody does that, right? They can also take them to the counter at the post office and get them scanned. I recommend that hands down, especially when it's an expensive item. Anything over the $100 that's insured, get a counter scan. I don't care if you have to wait in line. Stop making excuses. Get the receipt. Because if it gets lost and you don't have proof that you took it, but you scanned it in the Whatnot app, you're shit out of luck. Yeah, shit out of luck. It's covered in the US, packages are covered up to $100. But if you sell something for like $800 on the app, it's not automatically covered. You have to buy insurance. And as a seller, we have to pay for that. Yeah. But you can add it. Yeah, and if it doesn't, you have to get the scan. So it's you can't just drop it off and have a $800 valued item with $800 insurance, right? Without having proof of delivery to the post office, which means they scan it, they give you a printout. After that, if the post office loses it, you can't open a claim for like 30 days. Yeah. Ground is insured too. Yeah. Ground Advantage is insured up to $100 as well. Yeah, I would definitely get in line. I know sometimes people don't do that. They use the scan sheet. The scan sheet isn't going to protect your package or prove that you delivered it either. Yeah, you see him? I see you seeing him, Aussie. Yeah, you don't stab link. Did I miss some? Yeah. Yeah, so know that some sellers don't get scans. They just drop off. So this package I bought, oh, now I'm getting a refund. I figured they took too long. So I bought it on December 22nd. I went to the tracking and they it says shipping from somewhere in Ohio, right? And then there's no dates. And then it says pre-ship everything's like there's only 3 dates. But then it said picked up and local to me. And I'm like, that's so weird. So I tracked it at the post office and they literally somehow had somebody else do like a drop ship. But I still haven't gotten it. There's no tracking info, like nothing. And it was like these little cute purse things. I rated the person I bought. It says it's supposed to take like a month to get, but I bought it December 22nd. So it's like almost a month. So now it says I'm getting a refund. So they might have canceled it. I don't know. And I don't think you can leave a review after that. What are you going to do? Yeah, I do. I do. I scan my packages and then what's going on? How you doing? I scan my packages all the time. Sometimes I have a few, sometimes I have a bunch. I still scan them. It's kind of a pain in the ass for sure, but I just want to make sure I do that. I do get a receipt. Sometimes I don't get a receipt. Like they'll scan the package right in front of me. The mailman can do the scanning, but no, not in my stream you can't. Yeah, I don't do that here, but thank you for asking. Yeah, I don't do that. To me that I feel like when someone goes around and wants to just you ask for it, that's respect for that. But comes in someone's stream and then just drops someone's name, it says more about you as a person than it does them being scammers. I would definitely report them to Whatnot, especially if you have proof and send them the proof. Then it's on them to do whatever. Pick her at them, you're busted. They're gonna report you for picking your nose. Yeah, that's just my rules. I like to keep a very healthy environment, and I just don't think yes, when it affects the community, it's everybody's business, but there's places to do that appropriately. You are you sorry? I mean, are you really sorry? It's like a normal thing for you. But, if you have an issue, you should definitely email trustandsafety@whatnot.com and send them all the proof and let them investigate it. Um, they will. They definitely will. I don't work for Whatnot, but you never know when someone who does is in my stream, and you never know. Sometimes local USPS is overwhelmed with package amount and don't. Yeah, some of the rural and smaller post offices won't scan your packages. They'll just accept it and put it in the back. Um, can't really force them to do it. Where's corporate goth? Yeah, my mail carrier will do it. Hammer grab. You can ask them, but if you have like 200 packages, order a pickup. Again, she's sleeping. I knew it. Um, oh, there's a weird glitch going on right here with the chat. Okay. It's kind of happening on desktop. No, you don't get the scan receipt at the counter. It's something that prints out on the computer, but I would not use it. I would use the label on the actual box. Yes. Well, uh, I'm sorry you feel that way. I know I get a lot of like I personally as a person because I try to help people, I get a ton of messages about shipping, about different things, and then whatever people send me, I send to Whatnot. I don't care. I'll report people if it's ridiculous. But like, to make to say that, you're frustrated is like I'm not trying to say, that's not a problem. That is a problem. But you're not the only one. You're not alone. But definitely, I tell everybody the same thing. Document and report it to Trust and Safety, and they will. They might not do it right away, but you should definitely be like doing it. Yeah, you can schedule free pickup, but not everywhere will. Yeah, you can. It's up to 6 months. Isn't that crazy, Picranum? You could schedule multiple pickups. Yeah. I like when I do schedule pickup, I usually only do that when I have over 50, 60 boxes. Because my carrier will take it. Yeah, she'll actually I have her phone number. So I don't even order pickups anymore. I just text her and say, I have like 50 boxes. Can you pick it up today or tomorrow? And then she texts me back and says, I could do it tomorrow. I said, okay. So then she tells me what time. So usually it's like 9 or 10 in the morning and I have it ready to go. Well, that's good. Start selling some more. Yeah. And the other thing too, one day, um, she told me that one of the mail trucks have gotten broken into maybe like a couple miles down, but it's in our route. I said, what happens? She said, well, if I scan your package, you're covered. But if they don't scan it, we're not going to have any proof that you actually gave it. So it's better to go to the post office. Yeah, it takes time. Yeah. But, you figure it out. You figure it out. I mean, if you know that you've got to ship, like get it postmarked because don't forget 24 hours in a day. So if your item sells at like 10 o'clock in the morning, you've got 48 hours from the time it sells, right? And you're going to hear conflicting information. I'm just telling you what Whatnot told me directly, not reading it. Like I have a relationship and a contact at Whatnot with several people. So I always ask that question when we have meetings. Can you repeat for me so I can hear it again? I tell them that all the time. Brick Dragon, you got the Sleepless Club VIP. I'm gonna have to make like a little dancing thing. Ooh. Yeah, and they make some carriers get paid per scan. I don't know how that works. I think it's towards a bonus or something. Yeah. Yay. I need to build like something cooler. Um, yeah, I think because George's Finds, she told me some info about like in their area, like different states have different rules for, even though it's federal, they have, I think they have some different rates for income for pay. Yeah, averages over time. I hear so many different, the thing with the USPS, I hear so many different things from different people. Usually I'll be like, when they tell me, I'll be like, can I ask how long you worked here? And then when they start telling me like 6 months, I'm like, yeah, okay, thanks. Where's the manager? Because they're never accurate. Yeah. But luckily, though, my local post office, I had two. I used to go to the one in my city. Always wrong information. Packages would get lost. I don't go there anymore. I go to one in the next city over. Best ever. Yeah. So they kind of hook me up if I need a scan. They're both great. Yeah. We have two, but I just like this one. The people are real cool. I mean, I go to the post office and it's someone's birthday and they invite me in the back for cake. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. My husband's like, of course you get invited in the back. You know everybody. Yeah, and they interpret it different. Correct. You don't drop it. I wouldn't either. I get it. Anybody that offers cake, right? Yeah. They're so nice there though. Like I think how we connected is they used to have a manager. She was not a good employee. She was rude. And they hated her actually because they couldn't talk to me. It was a weird thing. And so I complained about her because something she did and to another like customer. And usually I'm like, who cares? It's none of my, but it was bad. And so um she got transferred. She didn't get fired. She just got transferred. What's up, Elliot? How you doing? Anyway, they were so happy after that. She was a total terrible person. Yeah, not friendly to customers. Just so anyway, long story short, she gets transferred to this other place closer to her house. So she could have had it in already. I don't know. But they got another manager. Oh, they were the best ever. And so they used to deal with like a lot of jerky customers. They used to give free tape. This is how people are. They used to have free tape dispensers. So if you had a package, you need a little piece of tape there. But you could also buy it in like their little shelf, their store. And oh, anyway, oh, it's your bedtime? Okay, good night. Sweet dreams. Amber, put him clean his fingers, make sure no one picking the nose or the butt. Make sure he does it, not do it for him. Oh my gosh. So anyways, I know it didn't work, right? There's a weird thing with chat. You just forgot the PP. That's worse. Good night, my friend. Thank you. Um anyway, so there was this customer that came in and was pissed because they didn't have any more tape. So apparently there was a man that I see the chat thing, it jumps and then it stops and it jumps and it stops. Good night, my friend. Hello, Tina. Tina's here. Woohoo. Hey, Tina. I need this thing to like break dance. So, anyways, they had this tape out, and for years, this man had a tape company, and he would donate massive amounts of tape to the post office. So it was free forever. Well, eventually it runs out. He passes away. So fast forward a little bit more, and I've been going to that post office for like 20 something years. And there was this lady who was like all pissed off there was no free tape, and she was really giving them a hard time. And I just kind of told her off, and I grabbed a roll of tape off the shelf and I said, just buy this tape, leave these people alone. And it was during COVID, so I had enough. And she just looked at me. That lady never came back to the post office again. She totally went to another one. It's Cindy Golden Girls. Yeah, I just made it the other day. I haven't changed it back to my own. But thank you, Salem. How are you? Yeah, so I just had to like anyway, after that I connected with all the postal workers and it was like a good chill vibe. Christopher, thank you for your purchase. You got the Tootsie Rolls. Kathy boobs. Yeah, and it was like we just were like boom. I love the post office people. I go in there and then there's like a long line and then they see me and there's like this dude, he's like a little surfer guy. Oh, thank you so much. They're gonna go out in the morning. And the guy's like, his name's Justin. He's like, hey, you got some packages? And I go, yeah, but I'll get. He goes, shh, give them to me. And then he scans them and puts them in the thing. Because I don't have to wait in line for that. They have like a separate side, but I'm always wanting to get a receipt. And he goes, you want a receipt? I go, not if you're going to scan them right now. They're in your hands. Let me take your picture while you scan it. He goes, you want to video me? And then he makes like funny faces. I made a video. They don't care if I put it on. I was going to put it on TikTok. It's so funny. But I was like, he might get in trouble. But I asked to record there. They said I could record all I want in the lobby, but I can't record in the back. I can record the counter, everything. Yeah, but some post offices are weird like that. You know, they don't want you doing that, but not these guys. They're cool. If you don't like the price of a stamp, walk-in is an right. Dad joke. Kathy, hello. Both Kathys. Yeah. So anyway, I love them. I was over there today. I had a couple of packages in the morning that I took and they're like, "Hey, come in the back. We want to show you some." And they showed me they're going to be getting their new machine where they were putting it and everything. They were like asking me. It was funny. There's literally nobody that works in the back. You got the insomnia again. Well, this is the iNsomNiAc Club. We're just shooting the breeze. Yeah, we're just chatting. I was telling a story. Kathy, how are you? What's going? How's your challenge going? Corbett Goth is done with her challenge. Are you gonna keep? Did you have another show today, or that was it? Yeah, Corbett Goth did 30 days, 30 minutes, 30 days. You're 14, but it's 28 days, right? That's good. Mm, good. You took a couple days off. I love that for you. Insomnia is the worst. I was tired earlier, and I laid on the couch. I was listening to Brooke, and I kind of dozed off for 5 seconds, but then I was like doing laundry stuff you got to get done. And then I got up and I didn't really take a nap today. So I was extra tired. And today was like, I had to use my brain a lot today. Cindy Golden Girls, what's up? Raid. Hi. We're having a chat. Surprise. Thank you so much for the raid. Did you guys know that corn was trending? Did you know? Corporate God, thank you so much. Did you know? That's my corn. I'm eating it. Oh, the whatnot thing is stuck. Cindy, thank you for the raid. More dancing corn. I know I have a bunch I need to add in. What's up, Denise? You do meow? You brought some new friends? Well, hi, friends. Nice to meet you. It left you behind. I know it's a glitch. We reported today. We were in a meeting and we reported it to whatnot. Yeah, the chat sticking. Uh, I know it's weird. And then when you're stuck in a raid, we reported that there would be really cool to have a link that you could click and it'll take you to the stream that they raid to. Yeah. Thank you for the raid, Cindy Golden Girls. If you guys didn't know, Cindy is amazing. She's also making corn trend again. Red corn, green corn, blue corn, eggplant corn, you name it. Yeah, she sells all the things. Cindy, let everybody know when your next show is and what you'll be selling. And for the new friends, welcome in. We're having a kind of like just a kickback chat. There's a ton of flash sales in the bin. Lots of socks on flash sales, some vintage glass decor. There's some random items as well, blind bags and things like that. Yeah, I can't see very well tonight. So I'm going to be looking at this screen because I enlarged it. Yeah, because two cool chicks made it famous. I see what you did there. Yeah, yeah. We did do that like last year, didn't we? We'll let them have it this time. Tomorrow. Oh, what are you selling tomorrow? What's up, Amelia? You get stuck all the time? It comes and goes. Like a couple years ago, it was like that really bad. They fixed it, and now it's happening again. So just like with anything, Whatnot is still a baby company, and you guys, they're doing some amazing things. That's all I can say. And I'm really excited. I can't wait. There's so many kick-ass things coming. They really work hard, like on this app, and because all the things you guys tell us in our chat shows, we share with Whatnot. Believe me, we're part of developing this app. We're just not doing the programming part, but we are a huge part of developing the app, which is pretty neat. So when you guys share that stuff, it definitely goes to Whatnot. Oh, I can't really share that, Amelia, but probably within this year. Who knows? I mean, they have a big time a timeline. Yeah, all that kind of stuff is like confidential, but I haven't gotten like a date. We asked for a date, but if you know anything about like project management and programming, it's like, you know, they have to make sure it works. It's going to work with Android and Apple. Is it Parquet? Free people, mad, happy, and anything. Yeah, Cindy has everything. And Betty Boop? Any talk about Whatnot getting gift cards? I don't know. Maybe one day. Do I ever run $1 auction? No, I don't. You don't make any money in a $1 auction. Now, for me, I've done them. It's just not worth it. I'm not going to run vintage glass for $1. Yeah, I know some people do that and it works for them, and I think that's great. Yeah, I just don't. A lot of times, I never suggest that to new sellers. Like if someone's brand new, I don't recommend it unless they have the following. So if they're like a YouTuber, they said it's probably going to happen. Did they have an update show? I mean, it's probably going to happen, but you have to wait and see. Yeah, I don't know. I just say that because we've been requesting it for a long time, those gift cards. Wouldn't it be great? Whatnot gift cards. So with Hodge. So was it confirmed? That's actually pretty cool. I didn't get to see her today because I was doing a one-on-one. I'll have to watch it back because it's going to be on YouTube pretty much. Kenny said that. Okay. Yeah, I have to watch her one-on-one. I wanted to record it for YouTube with the chat, but I didn't get a chance. I still have to upload Michelle's video because I screen record them. Oh, thank you, Scott. How you doing? What's up, Manuel? Thank you so much. Yeah. Well, that's exciting. Would you guys like Whatnot credits, Whatnot gift cards? Would that be cool? I wonder how that would work. You'd give a gift card away and then it could work with any seller on the app. Yeah, it would be pretty cool, huh? I mean, instead of getting like a $5 or $20, $50 Amazon one, it'd be better to keep the money in the app. Yeah, because then it ends up, it's like a micro economy, really. Just what ThriftWorks did with the cards. I know. We want gifting back. All of us have actually asked for that back. How do they pick the Whatnot people? Like the community hosts? They just watch a lot of shows and sometimes we refer other people, but mostly it's Whatnot. They watch the shows and they choose who is most in alignment with them and, what kind of community chat person they are. Yeah. And then they also look at a lot of other stuff. They don't tell us what the stuff is, but say it again. Yeah, I think they look at a lot of different things, but there are about I don't know, I have a link for it that I'm gonna figure out how to share. But all the community hosts, I want to say it's like there's 30 different ones. Yeah. From like, small business sellers to like large volume. There's quite a mixture of it and then in between. And almost every category I think is covered now. We have a few in handmade. Is anybody in here the community host? Drop your emoji if you're a community host. There's a couple in jewelry. There's some people that are in like estate sales with me, vintage decor. I can name them all, but I don't have everybody's name, and I don't want to miss anybody. I mean, Blasian Bunny was here earlier. Cat Daniels, it's in your analytics. You would have to go on analytics, and then you could search lifetime, and then there's a couple of drop downs, and it'll be like how many hours you've streamed, and then how many shows, and then like maximum amount of people in your stream for the lifetime. Like, yeah, you can access that on the app too. Furby Farts. That's a great name. Oh, I love it. That's cute. I know we're friends already. How are you? Yeah, it's on the app. You could actually see that. I know we all love that name. We do talk about farts in here, so that's probably why. Yeah. Oh no, it's just like the since so I started the app 4 years ago, and it's 6 years old. As a seller, I've been selling for 3 years and like 3 months, so 39 months. And since I started as a seller, there's so many things now that we didn't have. Like raid. We didn't have raid. You had to walk over raid. You would end your show and tell everybody, you would tag the person you're going to and you say, okay, we're leaving. Because you could still see the shows and stuff after the fact. And then we didn't have the giveaways had a didn't have a timer on it. So you could let the giveaway run and then do something, chat. You could step away, but you're supposed to be live. Like you couldn't leave a silent show or any of that. You couldn't leave your show streaming and, you know, film yourself sleeping. Um, and then what was the other thing we didn't have? Oh, you couldn't, if you pinned a giveaway, you couldn't run an auction at the same time. We did not have that either. And the bloops, I feel like we did have that. Yeah, we had the booths. And the vintage decor category was like barely anything. There was like 5 or 10 sellers that were in that. Yeah, and I would say there's about 500% less people on the app 3 years ago. Yeah, and we used to be able to have replays of our shows. Yeah, we used to be able to watch past shows, but people could turn that off because there, unfortunately, there's people that would like clip stuff and then put it on social media, right? Or Reddit or wherever. So, you know, people don't want that. And technically you can't do that anyways because the person who's like I'm the owner of my content, right? This stream right here, I'm the owner of it. I can do whatever I want with it. But Whatnot has an exclusive royalty free right to all of my content. So they could use it for a commercial, yeah, without paying me a dime worldwide, or marketing, advertising, social media. Yeah, it's in the terms, but most people don't read that. But I couldn't use my content for like a commercial or television to advertise. Yeah, without like talking to them. But you really can't do that anyway because it's in the terms. Oh yeah, there's some glitch right now, Kat. They're gonna fix that. There's probably gonna end up being an update in a couple days, probably. Yeah, we reported that today. Yeah, they're trying to fix it. I've only seen it a couple of times and then it went away, but on my computer, it's actually like scrolling and it stops and then it shakes. And then if I click on someone's name to like enlarge it, it freaks out. So I have to figure out how to capture that. And then I sometimes will make like a video of it if I catch it. And I'll just email it into the guy that handles that, his team. And they fix it so fast. I actually have like 4 things I need to email him. Yeah. Oh, so what not? Okay, good. Yeah. Was it Silver Drip? He got to see it. Yeah, because he'll come in. Yeah, because he was asking us and yeah, Kenny. He was asking us I think in Brock's show, yeah, disabled vet, he was having a show and it wasn't doing it. So, hey, Chunky Charlie, you got VIP. Amelia, VIP. Yo, I should name all the levels corn for Cindy. Yeah, it's frustrating sometimes when that stuff happens. The only thing you can really do, they are extremely helpful, is exit the app. Even if you're having a live show, just tell everybody please hold or just keep going through it. Um, you can always exit out and come back into your show. And I know that's not ideal, but sometimes you could do that. And you always want to flip your camera right away because it'll be pointing out whatever other direction. Yeah. So if you're reading your camera and you've got your phone like this, right? Then you want to flip your camera because it's going to be pointing the opposite direction when you do that. Yeah, he's super helpful. I was trying to think what else. I think that was it for the glitches that I've been dealing with. It's not as often. It used to be a lot of glitches. And if you know anything about app development, there's going to be millions of glitches before it gets like fine tuned and working. And their team, they work around the clock. I'm pretty sure they work around the clock. Cause like as soon as it like there's been glitches where it went down. Like there was one night I was streaming, then all of a sudden I couldn't see the chat anymore. And because I was multicasting to YouTube, a lot of people knew I was going to YouTube, so they went over there, and I still stayed live for I don't know, like I stayed on for like about an hour or so after. You got a dedicated cam, and it helped with the glitches. Nice. What did you get? I do. I'm streaming right now to YouTube. Sometimes I stream. I actually decided that I'm only gonna when I do a selling show and I do my when I do oh nice when I do my whatnot chat shows, they're going to go on Facebook. Yeah, because sometimes, I don't have a huge following over there or anything. Let's go to Morocco. Do you want to send a private jet? Can you have a shout out in the stream? No, not with that kind of name, you can't. That's ugly. That's so ugly, dude. Goodbye. That was terrible. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. I gotta delete that person. Okay. Yes, I'm talking to YouTube sometimes, and sometimes the usernames. Oh no, that was bad. It wasn't even a dirty one. I just don't fuck around with racist people. No thanks. I will kick them out. And be very careful if you ever multicast. Do not read their names. Do not read names out loud. Yeah. No, it's bad. Oh my gosh. I just like, I don't, come on. But unfortunately, that still exists. So I just don't tolerate that at all in my streams either. But yeah, you can multicast over there, but you could block words, you can mute words on whatnot too. Somebody, wait, Erling, you want to go to Morocco? Okay. You, can we bring Tina? Can we bring Tina? Tina, you want to go to Morocco? Think you can handle it? Tina likes Louis Vuitton though. Can you beat corn? Sometimes it's just silly over there, right? I guess he left with the other guy. I don't know. Bags are packed. Let's roll. Oh, nice. All right. Well, when they write back, I'll let you know. James has never come back. I'm so sad. Remember James? James would come over to YouTube and he was funny. James, are you there? James. Oh my gosh. James was great. Yeah. James loved to wear lingerie. His mother's lingerie. At least that's the story. Yeah. And he would love to go grocery shopping in a trench coat. Yeah, but never anything weirder than that. That was just funny. Yeah. And he was real sweet about it. We just cracked up. Our plans to have, I don't think they're going to do customer service with the real live people. I think the cost would be outrageous. Yeah, I think everything's going to be on app. At least, and that's my opinion. That question's not been asked, but I don't think they're going to go backwards. I think they have it set up. Yeah. Could you imagine the phone calls? They would have to hire so many. They'd have to outsource it probably. Yeah, because right now I know from say 6 months ago, they were getting like over 100,000 emails into support. That's a lot. And a lot of them are probably like simple questions that people send in, but they could find the answer on the website. They just don't look. It would probably be faster. Why you guys would like a phone number? I told you I had the phone number. I had the phone number on the app, the original app, but it's gone. Yeah, it doesn't work. I called it one day just to see, and there's nothing. It was probably like one of their cell phones when they first developed it, or maybe it was their office line. I'm not sure. Yeah. But I don't like me personally, I don't have a whatnot, like the actual office phone number. I don't have that. I just have like a couple of employees, like personal numbers. I don't have the direct because, a lot of people work like remote. You had a buyer ask you to do that. You do whatever you want. Yeah. A lot of people don't like sudden death. Yeah, that's funny. A lot of people don't like sudden death. Let's see what you guys think. Hey, Mandy, Velvet Vault, what's going on? How was your show? Welcome in. Thank you for the raid, my friend. I hope it was a good show. Wait, we got a raid. We got to do. Thank you, thank you. Really? Oh, I'd love to hear that. That's awesome. Right on. Were you multicasting? Yeah, welcome in. Velvet Vault Jewelry. Please give her a follow. She has beautiful, high end, amazing stuff. She knows her jewelry. Um, it's your stage. Why don't you tell everybody what, obviously your name gives it away, but when your next show is, let everybody know. Yeah, she has pretty stuff. You're doing the late night now. I love it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the raid. We're just having a chat. So if you're new, my name's Dee. Welcome in. This is day number 581. This is the iNsOmNiAc Club, the original one on Whatnot. All the rest are copiers because they can't do anything original, but we're all insomniacs. You're new? I'm new. Oh, it's my first show. Forgot to tell you that. Yeah, it's my first show. I still don't know what I'm doing on this app. Sometimes I have chat shows. Sometimes I make up the answers. No, I'm totally kidding. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to try to direct you to the answer or find it for you. Yeah, sometimes. No, I will. And I'm not going to lie and give you wrong info. Hello, Sar. How you doing? You're new. What do you sell? Okay, we're going to do the poll, right? So let's see. You already follow me? Oh, thank you. Well, we don't talk about that platform. Good. Can you get through to somebody? Yeah, every company does it different. I think like here we are in the future, and I bet you anything in the future that the Bay, they probably gonna get rid of that too. Yeah. You specialize in old things and prefer craftsmen, ship over big brands. And I'm a big D fan. I love it. 2 minute wait. Oh, that's not bad. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I personally don't think they're gonna get phone numbers. They probably did that in the beginning and now they went full automated through the app. Yeah, probably. I don't know. What's up, Peacock? How are you? Alaska. All right. Nice. Let me see. I'm going to do the poll. Okay, I'm gonna do just a quick one. So it's basically, do you prefer, as a buyer, sudden death or auctions without sudden death? Meaning, if there's an auction and somebody bids, they add time on to the end of it so it extends it. Sudden death, it's like you got to swipe in the last millisecond. Yeah. Oh, you want to be able to call the buyer? Me personally, I don't want sellers having my phone number. Yeah, not at all. My phone number is valuable. I don't give it to anybody. So I wouldn't want a seller having access to that kind of personal information. That's just me. That would be a bad move, I think. It doesn't matter to you. You would like it both for the sudden death. Yeah. Let's see what we have. Yeah, I personally, on some items, I like sudden death. Yeah, so, and also too, not everybody deserves to have the phone number. For one reason. Yeah. I do custom bid. I mean, sometimes I don't like to say it, but yeah. Yeah, it depends what they were selling. You're in bed as usual. The wool socks on the feet. What's up, Mary? How are you? Sudden death or the Jeopardy? Hey, what's going on? Okay, so if you guys are on YouTube watching, I'm on Whatnot. Can you guys see the poll over there? Hold on, let me look. I don't know if you can see the poll on Whatnot. I think you can. Oh, you can't. So over here on Whatnot, oh, I think did I freeze? No. Hold on. So on Whatnot, there's a poll I can run to ask. There's a whole other chat over here. So I can ask them if they like certain type of auction because it's a selling app. But tonight we're chatting. So you guys can't see that. So you probably don't know what sudden death. You're thinking like a fight, and stuff like that. So basically I run an item and there's an option to make the item end without adding bids and time onto it. And so that's what sudden death on Whatnot is. Just in case you're wondering. Yeah. The nature of this channel, I don't know yet. We're just friends talking about selling, complaining about things, wanting things, coming up with ideas, uh going to Morocco. Yeah, hanging out pretty much. You haven't It's basically when there's an item like for auction and there's say 10 seconds, you just click on custom and then it's how much you want to bid up to. So if they started at $1, you might put, $15 is your maximum bid on it. Yeah, pretty much that's how it works. And then somebody could bid up to $12 um on the last bid, but because you bid to 15, they didn't meet the maximum. So you're going to win it at whatever their highest is, which is like $12, if that makes sense. You're a custom bid ninja. You guys better pay attention, all these people in the chat. They're letting all their secrets out. Why is the bottom of the screen black? No, it's OBS. I have two cameras usually. I have an overhead camera over here, but it's turned off. Yeah, so that's why it's black. And I have different scenes. You can't do this on the app. It's just a whole other special thing. I'm just an overachiever or show off, I guess, what you want to call it. It's also nicer on the chat, isn't it? Especially when people have bright lights on or their items. Yeah, so I have this tiny little I don't even know where my camera is tonight. I moved it. Oh, it's here. Actually, where is my little camera? Oh, it's under here. Yeah, so tonight I just had to learn. Just a minute. I gotta do something. There we go. Hang on. Yeah, so the little camera points down with like a whole mount, and then there's lights, so it lights up, and then I do overhead rip or ship or sell whatever. Um, oh yeah, we're gonna close the poll right now. So it looks like oh, it's 50-50. You guys, come on. Thank you for being here. Also, I haven't even said that to you guys tonight. So if you're lurking in the background, I see you. I know you're here. You don't even have to type a thing. I appreciate you being here. And when you're engaging, thank you too, because it's supportive, and I appreciate that. And you never the only way you call yourself out is if you have your badges public, because then it tells us. But other than that, I'll never be like, I see you. I see you. I see you. What's going on? I know. I appreciate it. What's up, Styler? How are you? Hey, Grandma Lee. Oh my goodness. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm just chilling, relaxed. Yeah, you just got off work? T Breeze, what's up? You run the show on your phone and run the auction on your iPad? I can't see. Yeah, it's like that. You won't be able to fix it. It's purposely that way because I think when you're running on the first device, you want that to be your live camera, and the second device, like your iPad, is just to use to view, and you have to mute that so it doesn't echo. Um, it's better that way, trust me, because there's been a lot of people that swap them and then mix it up, and they next thing you know they leave their show to go the other room or something, and they have their camera on and they're in the bathroom. So they do that for a good reason. Also, you can only stream on one device like at a time. Yeah, it won't let you do that anymore. Yeah, it just lets you run auctions. Some people like the tablet, they can actually read the chat. So then they have their phone like on a stand. Yeah, it's been 3 years, 3 months for selling. Then they have their phone like on a stand like this, pointing down at the item, and they don't touch it so that people who are watching the show don't get dizzy. And then they could just control everything on, like, I have like another iPad. I use a laptop. I use a MacBook Pro. And I have a little wireless keyboard. So I have it down here on the desktop, and if I'm doing sports cards or whatever it is, I can just run it real quick on here. It's pretty simple. I have also an iPad. I've done that too. I prefer the laptop. Yeah. If I miss anything, let me look. No, no, I haven't, Mandy. I have pulled it out and bought. I got some more. Someone gave me a whole bunch. Yeah, but I basically this is just how my brain works. So I like am organized. So I went through the jewelry. I didn't like go, oh, these are good pieces. Look, I didn't do that at all. I just separated it. So brooches, bracelets, necklaces, and then there was some that had sets, and then earrings. There's so many earrings. I just kind of put them in boxes like that way. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So on laptop, it's different. You can see yourself, but it doesn't act as the cam. Well, mine acts as the camera because I'm using my laptop camera. But I can't see myself on my phone. Like right now, if I join my live, this is what I see. That, like you guys would see it. But I can hit the three dots, turn camera preview on, right? And I can actually see, but it doesn't show me. It just turns it into like a view of the camera. Yeah, so it's kind of useless, if that makes sense. Sell you the duck lips? What duck lips? Yeah, they just have it that way so you are live on one camera. I think it would cause interference. Yeah. Oh, it's changed so much. Yeah, there's so many things like do I teach for I actually was a para educator, so I would work with special needs kids. So I guess you could say, and I did substitute work in my kids' school district, but you can't pay me enough now. It's changed. Things are different, so I don't really want to do it. Yeah, yeah. like I don't know, but I did prior to that. I used to do. I would teach people how to like use the computer, like Macintosh specifically. Oh, I did both. Am I in tech? Yes. Wait, what are you saying, Aussie? You can't see me? Yeah, it's just different. We van not see you though. You cannot see me though. On the second device, you mean? Correct. Thanks. I've still been doing them. It's been 3 years. 3 years doing the coffee talk, the chat shows. I usually just do them on Tuesdays, but like the last, I don't know, 6 months, I've been kind of just doing whatever I need to do. Oh, it's I because I use Apple and I have a feature on it um that's called, it's like part of the FaceTime profiles. It allows you to do like thumbs up, and depending on the light, I might have them turned off right now. I might only have the heart one turned on because I was no, it's on. Yeah, you can do like different things. Confetti, but I can also click on it. But because it's a little darker, yeah, so with my browser and then with OBS, I can turn it on. It's called reactions. And then you just make the hearts. It's a new thing. But it my Apple has like the latest OS, so it depends on what computer you have. Yeah, it's called reactions. Well, it's not called reaction. I don't know what the app is called. It's built in. It's part of the FaceTime. Yeah, but it's in OBS only. You can't use it on the iPhone. You can't use it on, it doesn't work on iPhone or iPad. Yeah, it's only on desktop when you use OBS. I don't think it can even work with I don't actually think it works with like photo booth. Let's see. Oh, it does. Yeah. So it works with photo booth and all the cameras. Let's see. Cuz I'm opening it right now. Oh yeah, it works with all of them. Yeah, it's all part of the FaceTime. But it won't work on the phone. I don't get why. Oh, with the broke butt. Oh my God, you do? That's awesome. I love it. The yeah, the Cupid dolls. That's right. They were cute. What is OBS? OBS is a piece of software that's free, and obsproject.com has a ton of information, but it's OBS stands for Open Broadcaster Software. It works on Windows, it works on Mac OS, uh, both versions, and then Linux. And what it does, it's totally free. It's open source, right? So they're always updating it. And it you can video record and then you can live stream with it. So um the neat thing is you can add all this stuff to your stream. Like split my camera. I have the scroll thing here, which I don't think the scroll thing is even right, and I didn't change it. Let's see. No, I can't believe it. I can't believe it's right. Usually I'm off. Yeah. That's pretty much OBS. So you can do stuff. I can turn on my second camera. Yeah. You can add a lot of different stuff too. I can actually put like 4 or 5 cameras, but again, the cell phone isn't that big. Could you imagine seeing like 5 camera views? But I can switch views. So if I have a camera set up over here, if I have a camera like on my card, I can switch it to like anything. But right now it does a weird thing, so I gotta fix it. Yeah, I can have it where it's the whole screen of just me. I know you're not doing it at all, huh? You should go to Hodgepodge's show and see if she wants to come sell your stuff. She's doing a new thing with her friend Sarah, the Hodgepodge place. Maybe she'll do it. Maybe she'll come to you because she's not that far. Or Board to Thrift can go with her. I don't know if that's something they want to do. Send her a message. Yeah, OBS is fun, but like again, you don't need it. Yeah, no, I know. I don't need it. Like you don't need OBS at all. You can just use your phone because you need to have a wired internet connection. You need to have a really good computer to be able to handle the software and the stream. And you need to add a camera to it. You need to add a microphone. And you don't want to really do that cheap. You want to add decent stuff because the quality of your stream will affect it pretty much. What's up, Autism Crew? How are you? But you could add all kinds. That's how I add all the corn and all the different little things there too. What's this one? What's this one? Oh, this is Danny DeVito. A monkey can do Dee's job. It's true. Um, it's going to give you inconsistent internet speed and probably lag a lot. So I wouldn't use Wi-Fi with OBS at all. Yeah, I wouldn't. Because wireless is like fake internet speed. It's never accurate. Where it's wired in, like mine's wired in, it's not really lagging 2 seconds. Yeah. I mean, you can. I have before, but it ends up lagging more. Yeah. But you can run an Ethernet cable. And if your computer itself is, if your computer itself is, like USB-C and it doesn't have like an Ethernet jack, which most of the new, you can just buy an adapter like this, and the Ethernet jack plugs in here, and that plugs in your computer, and then you got internet. But I have like a Thunderbolt jack that has it. It's like a power bank, basically, like a big one, and then I just plug in my cable to that, and I don't really have to worry about anything. It's fast. And then that cable runs around the back side of this table, back side of here into the wall, and then I have it going under my house to my router. Actually, I have an extension router over here. Oh, you should probably get an extension to the garage. You want to do something like that? The cables you could actually run underground. Might be worth it. I have it going out to my shed. So I have another cable going under my house, out, down, and underneath in the ground in a pipe. Even though you could just bury those cables if you buy the outdoor ones. You know, you're looking at, like, I think my cable's like, I have it extra long because then I can move it if I need to in my shed. And it's 175 feet. At the time, it was probably $40. They're probably like $140 now, but it's worth it. But they also sell this other device that I seen people do this with sheds where their shed's pretty far from their internet or their house. And it basically is an extender and it goes on the outside of the shed and it talks, to wirelessly, it talks to the house and it pushes it and then you're wired in on the inside part. So it's kind of like Wi-Fi, but it's not. It's wired to the other one. I think the other one you have to wire it too, but they have a wireless one. But instead of losing like half the speed, you lose like 20% of the speed instead of 50. Um, it's called I've seen them. They're expensive now. Oh, I don't see the one. I was looking for the one. Yeah, maybe they're like 80 bucks. Yeah, if you're using it on your phone, it's fine. It's fine. Even on your computer, it's fine. But when you stream, it's completely different. Yeah, when you use OBS. Otherwise, there's a lag. You've never had, yeah, just wireless. Yeah, I would just look into it and see. It might be worth it, it might not. I mean, it is a business expense if you're using it for your small business. I was just trying to see what the name of that one was. It basically like boosts the Wi-Fi signal if you can't, you can't pay the money because it can be expensive to run the cabling to get the wireless. I mean wired. Yeah, I always used wireless on my laptop for a long time, but when I stream, I only do wired and I can turn it on and off. Yeah. Like now that I'm already connected, it's probably not going to be an issue. But if I switch it, no, I still have it off. I know my speeds, like if I do wireless, my speed is like 50% less. So Wi-Fi speed and wired speed completely different. But if I turn on it now, right, but it doesn't matter. If you run the internet speed, it'll be less. Like if you go to speed test, tell me what your internet is. You can't be on the app. You can't be like streaming to get a proper number. But like even though I'm live right now, I'll tell you what mine is in a minute. Oh, actually, this is I have to switch the other I have to switch the on speed test. I forgot. You have to make sure that like whatever company you have, mine's super fast and I'm streaming. It's almost 1400. Oh, it's fast. So download speed is 999 and my upload speed is 1024. That's fast. And I'm streaming right now. If I turn on my Wi-Fi, let's see what it does. I'll just turn my Wi-Fi and see what it does and I'll run it again. And I just have to change the second server. You can't be both the same. Oh yeah, it jumped way down. 600. It slows down with the wireless. Hey Kim, how the heck you doing? Hello, Wabbit Hole. Oh yeah, it dropped it like 50%. Yeah. I mean my internet's pretty fast. It might still be, yeah, it's like 60%. It's almost done. I'm doing it a second time with wireless I mean Wi-Fi on. Oh yeah. So it dropped down from the 999 to 578. So 55% or so. And then my upload speed was almost 900. So it's still fast, but you guys can't tell the difference on this. But I always like to do wireless. Then it just doesn't lag. It will lag a lot. But on the phone it doesn't matter. You can't be wired on a phone anyways. Yeah, all phones are pretty much wireless. You've been struggling to get people in your shows lately? Any advice? Could be lots of things. There's way more since you signed up. There's been lots of different new sellers and more buyers. The other thing is, are you going live often? If you're not doing a show very often, there's now so many sellers that they might not see your show pop up on the FYP. But if you're going, having a regular show going more often, then, they might see your show. But there's like just so many things. And then sometimes it's like people on the app, there's so many options now in jewelry. Because I remember you were selling jewelry. Oh, once a week? Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like people can't always say like, "Oh, you better go live every day," because it doesn't work for everybody, right? You're once a week. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, it's just it seems like there's so many new sellers on the app that people get stuck in that scrolling and they stay in a show for like 5 to 10 seconds. You nod and shake your head and talk to me. Oh, because when you're like hanging out, I appreciate you. I can see you. I see you. Yeah, Kim. Do you share your Like to get people to come in, do you like share do you have a social media that you share your show to? That might help too. Or maybe offer a coupon, put more details in the show notes. Yeah, and you know what? That's just a people thing. Attention spans here are like you have 5 seconds. 5 seconds to really grab their attention. It's so crazy because I used to think like, oh, you got like 10, 15 seconds. No, you have 5 seconds. Yeah. They don't. They don't. No, they don't. They don't read the terms. There's a lot of them, or they get wrong information from other sellers on the app, and then they just have giant shit shows and they quit. And then they quit. Attention of an app. Yes, it's true. Yeah, and it also besides all that, it could be and it could be lighting, it could be how the items are presented, or people like fast auctions, some people like buy it now, some people like flash. And it is frustrating, I know. Right, faded flamingo? Yeah. Maybe have a second show, or change your show day, or change your show time or something. Or how about your thumbnail? Is your thumbnail like AI? Are you showing like a picture of um what you're actually selling? Oh, I was trying to view your profile to see it. And there's a 404 error. So hold on. I want to see. Kim actually signed up under me to sell and whatnot. And she did it. She was nervous, but she went live. How long has it been now? Let me see. I'm going to look at your profile. Sometimes, like, okay, like, sometimes, like, I've had shows. I've been on here for. Where's that coming from? No problem. Spectrum Reach gets your ads in front. That was interesting. That was on your profile page. Was that an ad? I was like, okay. Hold on, let me pull it up. Spectrum Reach. I don't even have that. Hello, what? Three? No. Has it been 3 years? Time flies when you're having fun on the whatnot. I feel like I thought maybe it has. What's up, Sabaloo? How are you? Oh, there's some glitch when I click on your show title. Whatnot needs to fix this. I'll click up here. I was clicking on that. Oh yeah, there's Whatnot's having a glitch right now. I can't even look. But like I see some. Uh, wait. Show all. Maybe it won't let me. Maybe because you're like me, I think you use your picture too. Yeah, I see it now. Use your picture yourself. Have you ever thought about taking a picture and, like, for example, you have a show on Sunday at 103 and it says jewelry, trinket boxes, and surprise jewelry. Have you thought about taking a picture of those items and just uploading that as your thumbnail so that people see the items you're selling? And then maybe that will bring, like, sometimes it's different. Sometimes people want to see the picture of the product. I mean, it might be an idea too. You have like 12 bookmarks, 6, 5, and 1, and I see that you have it every Sunday. Yeah, maybe try something like that. Sometimes people want to see the products. Yeah, switch it up. Oh, because you're doing a different setup. Your listing pics were crap. I mean, and you got called out on it. That's good. So now what are they? What did you put? Well, a lot of people do their pictures like their listing pictures. They don't even do it right per terms. Yeah, they're technically supposed to be the actual product. You have them all listed in your shop too? Oh, yeah, you do. And you have auction. Oh, you have a lot of items in there. 200 and 234, I think it said. Better picks. Good. Yeah, whatnot is it's like, you've been on 3 years, you do one show a week, which what is what you can do right now. I would just keep trying all the different things. Sometimes people just don't stay. Sometimes, you can get three or four, like your items described are pretty good. You can see what they are. Hold on. Oh, your items are only assigned. Hold on, I'm gonna look. I was trying to see if all, but there's some glitch. It keeps giving me a 404 error, which means the blinks are broken. Oh, you do have them in your shop. So if I go on actually, let me go on here. Let me go on the app. Yeah, I should have just done that. I always look on desktop. View profile. Oh yeah, you do. Okay, there we go. 314 items in the shop. Yeah, and your stuff's all described and the pictures are good. Ooh, that Royal Vienna porcelain tray. I'm shopping right now. That porcelain Vienna style. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Look at this. Look at that trinket box. How beautiful is that? Gorgeous. Wow. I love that kind of stuff. She is gorgeous. Wow. Oh, it's not marked. Very, very pretty. Yeah. It's big, huh? Oh yeah, because it's over a pound. It's a nice size. Yeah, I mean, I would just think. And also, do you ever watch your show back? You ever watch your show back to see, like, okay, pretend you're the buyer. What would you be doing differently? Like, as a buyer, why would you stay in that show? And then as a seller, think about, okay, what do I need to do differently? Don't think like, oh my gosh, I'm terrible. I can't look at myself. You should watch yourself back. What is the buyer watching? Open mind, positive. Like, okay, how can I improve it? Oh, maybe I'm not running the auction fast enough, or maybe I'm not talking enough. Even if you got one person there, act like you got a bunch. And then maybe, have you ever thought about getting on like a raid train or going to other jewelry shows and connecting with like some other people? Because there probably is a lot of people on the app just like yourself that maybe they do a show on a different day and you guys could, like, you know, rate each other or things like that. And then if do you rate at the end of your show? Like, there's lots of things like that to think about. But I would highly recommend everybody watch the show back. I know it can be painful, but just do it. Yeah. And then you can see your lighting, you can see how you show the item. If you're, and just in general, you could be moving the camera around. People don't want the camera moved around because it can make you sick. I don't know. Those are just some suggestions. I don't usually raid out because no one is there. Hey, every raid, even if you raid with one person, do it. Yeah, raid to other shows. You'll get a shout out. You might get some followers. You might get bookmarks. That's what the community is about. Even if I do I've done private streams where I'm co-hosting and I do coaching. We usually always raid out. Today I actually didn't raid out. I was saving that one for a part two. Yeah, but I always raid, even if I have one person. And then, a raid's a raid. Everybody, if you raid into like a bigger show where they have a lot of people, they might not call you out because they might not see the raid. But majority always do. You always raid. Yeah. Yeah. There's sometimes I don't raid, but I would say 98% of the time I raid out just because I want to take my people to whatever show it's going to be. We raided the other night and the person was sleeping. Do you guys remember that? Were you guys here? Okay, I'm gonna end this poll. It looks like People like sudden death. That's a shocker. That is a big shocker. So I'm going to end it so it gets off the screen. Yo, April. Thank you for the raid. April 40, coming on in. How was your show? Welcome in. Have some dancing corn. Let everybody know what you sell and when your next show is. April 40. If you guys want to give a bookmark and a follow, there you go. It was good. Awesome. What do you sell? See, Kim, that was perfect timing. What are we doing? Beta jewelry. Are you brand new to Whatnot? No, you're not new. See? So it doesn't matter. They got a shout out. Some people may follow, bookmark, and they might go to their show and check them out. That's what the beauty of the Whatnot community is. Yeah, you make jewelry. I love it. I just looked at your profile. And let's see. We're friends already. Almost a year. Nice. How often do you have shows? Welcome in, friends. Yeah, isn't that funny, right? Should we run another poll? Let's run one for no. That's funny. Yes, corn. Yes, Tina. Corn for everyone. Bet I can guess why. Hold on, I'm gonna put a poll. Why is corn trending? There was a couple of trendsetters here about a year and a half ago, Tina and Dee. And then suddenly, Cindy Golden Girls and Lisa Merch Monster made it trending. I hear it's going viral on TikTok. Yeah, I think. I can't see, so I can't spell it. Oh, that's why. My suggestion why. I couldn't see the chat. I'm trying to fix it. Where's YouTube at? Okay, there it goes. Oh, who's over there? Bree. Bree, what's going on? How are you doing? Okay, hold on. Let me say hi to some YouTube friends. You heard ants. I don't know about that. We only talk about corn over here. Okay. So sassy. So sassy. Wait, Bree, I missed you. GR, you guys are on YouTube. What's going on? You just popping in for a few? I just peeked over there. You guys probably already left. Are you guys still there? You love D? Bendejo. Is that your username? I love it. Oi. How are you doing? Oh man, YouTube names. They left already. They went to bed. Or they just came on. You like the big smelly pink turds? Hey, everybody has a kink. That's totally fine. Yeah, YouTube, you guys get so wild sometimes, but it always cracks me up. Cheryl, hello. You're not a seller yet. You're getting ready, sorting through 20 years of jewelry collections, studying how to sell and whatnot. Well, you came to the right place, but I'm not really doing that kind of teaching tonight. We're just kind of low key chatting. But you should check out my YouTube channel. I have a ton of information on there. And I pretty much do, like, if you have a question, you can ask. I don't want to get into shipping tonight since it's so late. Yeah, but next Tuesday, I'm going to have a chat show on shipping. And it is a Whatnot community show because it's a pop-in commodity. Yes, corny answer. Yeah, it's late. So I'm in California, and so Pacific time. So it's 1 a.m. And my shows I'm on every single day. Tomorrow I'm supposed to be doing vintage variety. Today I am. That's right, in the daytime. So I think that's what I'm gonna try to do. You feel like everyone's talking about shipping, right? Yeah, there's a bunch of community hosts that actually are selected by Whatnot. Not everybody that does the shows is selected by Whatnot to talk on about the stuff. So their information, some of it's really good, some of it's not accurate. Um, you're in Seattle, so 9:23 a.m. Pacific time, and I have that show scheduled. So if you want to bookmark it, it's called "Is Shipping Your Love Language?" That's what the title of my show is, right? Because it should be, especially on Whatnot. Yeah, no problem. Shipping's, I mean, if you get it, have you ever sold anything before? Yeah, isn't that fun? Just to do fun, like is shipping your love language? And then I like to explain it as simple as possible. Yeah, not really. Yeah, I did a one-on-one coaching session with a lady today that never sold or shipped anything. So I gave her a good explanation of it. So I think she inspired me to do a YouTube series. So I'm actually going to start that. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, Live in Bliss. That's my good friend. We are on the same page about shipping. It's very important to ship properly and not overthink it. Not overthink it, and always change the box size and the labels and always weigh your items. But I think it's important because when you're new and you don't know how to do any of that stuff and you make a mistake, it costs you the buyer and it costs you time and money. It costs the buyer, they won't come back to you. I'm in Southern. Yeah, in Southern. But thank you for that, Kathy. Yeah, and we are both I've been on the app since 2022 as a seller. And Living Bliss came on. I came on in October and she came on. I came October 5th, Hodgepodge Place October 7th. Then there's a bunch of other friends of ours. And then Living Bliss was December 29th, 2022. Yeah. Oh, okay, right on. Yeah, and Sable Lou, that's right. You're October 4th. I love that. How are you? And then I forgot the seller's name on here. We both were on in onboarding because back then you would get approved. You had to put in information, prove that you were a positive like seller on other platforms, and prove you had inventory. You had to submit videos and things like that. And then after that, you would go into like a Zoom call, and one employee representative from Whatnot would do a like 30-minute slideshow, and they called it onboarding, and then you would take a little quiz and then you could go live right instantly and sell. Yeah, you got to learn, you got to be learning. We went through so much more. You guys have it easy now. I'm not kidding you. You really do. You have so many features on the app that we did not have when I started. They don't do it anymore. You can literally apply and be approved in 5 seconds. I wish they would. I wish they would make it harder. But they're starting to listen to us by our suggestions that all of us community hosts make. Because some people come on and they sell 10 items and they have a chat show and they tell people how to ship. Or they tell them to adjust their shipping to free shipping or reduced. And then those folks have problems and they can't get through to Whatnot. So they get frustrated. So they come to our chat shows and tell us they need help. Like we're customer service and work for Whatnot, which we don't. So there was a lady who actually went and was having Living Bliss Vintage help her, and she had $600 of overages for shipping. And it really wasn't anything she did. It was a glitch in the app. So they fixed it. She got her money back, but that's a lot of money. Imagine you're just trying to make money to like, pay some bills and it's not your business. So there were several people going to chat shows on Whatnot, and the advice they would give is don't weigh anything. Don't change the box size. Just run at this weight class, which is horrible. And those other people, like, all the sellers talk. We, get information from each other. Like, we know, and it gets reported because you don't want people giving misinformation like that around. And somebody could have like 300-400 people in their stream. Yeah. And, without calling anybody out, I mean, whatnot, they get that show shared and they go deal with it. That's their job. But the bummer is that people believe that that's how it's supposed to be, and it's not. Like, I literally, okay, I literally would never give anybody the wrong information. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to tell you, hey, you know what? Go look here, or I don't know. Yeah, because I'm just a person like you guys, but I'm resourceful and knowledgeable on it because I talk about it all the time. But I never want to mislead anybody and be like, yeah, it's like somebody telling someone don't weigh anything and run everything 8 to 11 ounces. Please don't do that. It hurts your buyers. It hurts our buyers. Yeah. And then what happens is, um, if the label isn't changed or the box size isn't changed, so the default box says like 12 by 12 by 12. If the label isn't adjusted before you make it, you create it, and you ship it out, and say, for example, the label's left at 8 to 11 ounces, and it really, by the time you package it up, it's like 3 pounds, and you don't change it. And the post office catches that because they catch them and they're going to catch more and more of them. When they go to deliver it to the buyer, this is what the buyer's going to get. Hold on, I'll zoom it in. They're going to get this. I had to crop it because it has somebody's personal information on it. Okay. But they're going to get this. They're going to get this little orange paper with a sticker on it that says that's how much you have to pay for the shipment. That's $105. $105. Okay. Because when they bought the box, they Frankenboxed it, and it's supposed to be 12 by 12 by 12. But does that look like 12 by 12 by 12? That's a shittiest packing job I've ever seen. So this box, because they didn't package it right, they didn't edit the weight, or it cost the buyer 100. So of course the buyer has already invested like a couple hours watching their show. Okay. Here's the other side of it. It's not even taped closed. It's not even taped closed, guys. Here's another box they got. Okay. So mind you, they paid $9.21 times 4 or 5. I think it was 6 or 7. They bought a lot of stuff on the app. This is the box. They bundled it together. Instead of it shipping individually, they bundled it together with this. Okay. And a Walmart box, which is fine. You can recycle it if it's in good shape. How big does that box look? Take a guess. See if anybody gets it. It's huge. I see your red chat there. Can you see it? It's huge. Come on. Oh, I didn't see. I was like thinking that was in here. I don't know. And let me just tell you, if a seller does this, that's terrible business. They've been reported or whatnot. Yeah. $105. $105 for one of them. There were 3 of them like that, by the way. 2 or 3. Yeah. So that's why it's so important to put the right weight for the item, because that box is probably a 3-pound box. I don't think they even changed the label weight. They just bundled it. So say it was 15, 20 pounds, but it was really like 28 pounds. They put 20 pounds, 22 pounds or something. I think there's a picture in my messages. They share it with me. I'm allowed to share it. I just don't, I would never say about my buyer. I greatly appreciate that because I just pass it to Whatnot. Yeah. So that's why it's so important. Okay. And it's one of those shows I'm telling you that does some of them do the chat shows. This one may have not been from one of those shows. It was from a newer. Well, if they adjusted it and they are going to let it because they changed the weight. They just didn't make it accurate. Yeah, but on the Whatnot end, I don't know if they changed the box size. I doubt it. I really doubt it. The only way Whatnot would pay the customer back is if they contacted them and showed them the receipt that they paid it, which I think they did. And then Whatnot gives a credit, but they know how to get their money back. Hmm. But it happens. And Kim, eventually, when these kind of packages, this is why I'm saying how important it is to ship accurately. And some people go, I can't ship accurately. Shipping is shipping. You can, if it takes as much time, you can still take a second, train your shipping person to change the box size, change the weight. That's a super oversized box, and they charge for that. That's why it's $100. The box rate of 921 is based on 5 pounds, okay, or less via priority mail. If it goes over that, it kind of starts over and then it starts bundling it even more. And if you end up with a bigger box, you got to adjust it or make it a separate box. And you have to eat that. So that's why when you do $1 starts, it doesn't work because you're going to lose money because you're going to have to say you sold someone 12 pounds, but you can only fit 6 pounds in one box and it unbundles to make, the balance of that. The next what I say, 5 pounds, 6 pounds. Yeah, you can also reject the package. Yeah, you can just tell the post office return it. I can't pay that money. Yep. It used to be that they're not supposed to collect it. They're supposed to bill back. But for whatever reason, it depends on the carrier, I think. But I'm big on why you have to ship it accurately. So if you're selling jewelry, you know, you can do whatever the weight is of the item. So if it's a bracelet and shipped in a bubble mailer or however you choose to do it, just don't ship jewelry PWE because you cannot do that. It has hard parts in it. And I know it can be frustrating because you hear so much conflicting information out there, but like I said, I've been shipping a long time on here, and I know some people do volume and they PWE's plain white envelope. It's for sports cards, photos, and it's for paper basically. It is allowing you to basically ship at a cheaper price, but it has to be like stickers, things like that. And it's 78 cents. And it's like first class mail basically. And you have to do a couple of settings, turn it on. And the biggest thing about it is you can't put jewelry, you can't put eye masks, you can't put like 5 packs of baseball cards. It has to be like a quarter of an inch thick or less. Yeah. And it can't be like plastic bag, a poly bag, a bubble mailer. It has to be flat. It has to be a paper envelope. Yep. No plastic envelopes, no envelopes that have drawstring or clasps. Yeah, it's very strict because it goes through a machine and it can get stuck in it. If it gets stuck in it, it's gonna rip because there's rollers and then anything's super rigid. So you could do gift cards. Some carriers will say you can't. I have a video on my YouTube that'll show you how to set that up, but the PWE rate only works when you're live. They don't lose it. I mean, I have sent out a couple hundred, maybe one or two get lost. There's no tracking on it. There's no tracking. It looks like there's tracking, and some people say there's tracking, but I've asked my 4 or 5 post offices, and they're like, there's no tracking. When you scan like their little QR code, it does nothing. It doesn't give you a receipt or anything if you drop it off. So, it's debatable, I suppose. I have YouTube videos. I have a lot more chats where I show how to set up shipping profiles and stuff. I haven't made like per se a dedicated shipping video on Whatnot just yet. Yeah, it's the same exact name, D_archivist. You should reach out to the sellers. Yeah, you should reach out to the sellers of the items if you haven't received them. What's up, CLB? How are you doing? Yeah, shipping can turn into a nightmare if you don't do the things right. And I get if you're doing volume, but you can still change a label. Yeah, you can still change a label. But people run their shows different. You cannot bring your own label to whatnot, not for the US. I think you wouldn't want to do that. CB656. You got the VIP sleep. I need like a sleeping corn, huh? Yeah, you got the sleepers. Welcome in. Might be sleeping. Um, I'm trying to think. You're welcome. Uh, yeah, I mean it does happen sometimes, but for the most part, like when it gets shipped out, it and you scan it, it shows that you prepared it. And then there's a window of time that whatnot closed it like it's been delivered. But I've noticed lately on the PWE, it sort of scared you. I'm sorry. On the PWEs like that, it's it kind of looks like it tracks it, but it doesn't. And I've been in a couple of sellers shows and they're like, it tracks it. I'm like, not according to the post office and whatnot. So, but I don't know. But it seems to be showing tracking now. He does. He has some pop in his step. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they pay the sale, they pay the taxes and you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, it can take up to about 10 days. And I always tell people if you don't get it, reach out to me. And then I had somebody that had a couple of my trading cards not get to them. And then the day I said I could send you two. And then they said, never mind, it came. So it's just so weird sometimes. But sometimes you don't know, right? Because people don't tell you. But I always tell people allow like 8 to 10 days just in case. But people get it pretty fast. Yeah, and I'm trying to think of any of the other PWs. And then some people, if they do gift cards, they use PWE, but sometimes they just send like a receipt in the mail and then they will message you on whatnot and give you the code for the gift card online. Sometimes they'll try to ask for your email address, but don't give them your email. It is against terms. I wouldn't be giving people my email. Who knows what they're going to do with it? Add me to some list? No thanks. Oh, the confetti? I didn't do the confetti till earlier. Or is there confetti on that corn guy? Oh, December 5th? I would reach out to the seller. I mean, depending what the giveaway was. I wouldn't leave them a bad review on that because of the tracking situation, but I would just reach out to them and let them know. You probably didn't turn it on, CLB. So you were it's not because of the ephemera. The ephemera has to be put it in like the sticker category. That's why, because ephemera doesn't give you 78 cents. It should be actually another category for that. The problem is, hmm. Oh man, I had so many giveaways but see, before everybody knew about PWE, I used to do it on all my stuff. I just didn't share that. And it would always be 78 cents when I was live and not live, and then it changed. No, it's supposed to. No, I think that CLB didn't turn on first class mail in the Whatnot app. That's why it got charged $4. Or you didn't put it in the other sports cards category, right? Or stickers. It has to be in that category. But you also have to have first class mail turned on. That's why it's $4 and some change. And it's always nice when if somebody bought something, sometimes it bundles it and you don't pay the shipping, but sometimes you do. Oh, because you just put it in ephemera. Yeah. It happens. You learn, right? Yeah, it happens. But when you have a PWE on the app and you sell it, scan it in the app because then you have proof of it packaged up. Don't just take a picture of a label because then it'll look like you're kind of a scammer, a shady seller. Yeah, don't try to cut corners. Take a picture of it actually packaged up. Wait, you reached out to a seller. They said for me, a file list package post office. I don't know what that means. On whatnot, 48 cents? It's 78 cents. It could have, well, that's the lowest rate. It is 78. That rate that they have. How do you get 48? Or is that a typo? It's 74 cents and then there's some fee in there, so it makes it 78. You have to set it up per show unless you make it a default. Yeah. Yeah, when I started it was 69 cents and it's gone up since. The vintage playing cards you could actually do PWE. You just have to figure out like 0 to 1 ounces each one, and then it'll add them up. And if they're over 3 ounces, it'll upgrade the buyer to ground advantage. Then it becomes a package because it's under a pound. And then the thickness is what you'd have to watch out for. So that's technically 3 cards. But if they're vintage or antique, they might go up over $20. They'll automatically upgrade the buyer. And those are popular on the app for sure. But you would set it up so it only put it in. You could actually put the playing cards. You could put them in Kickstarter or other cards under uh, the playing card games, and get that rate. But you have to turn on the feature for either a default or for that show. You can edit the shipping on the show. So if you wanted to set up a vintage playing cards stream, then you would edit all that in that show, like when you create it. And then when they buy it, you can ask them, "Hey, how much is the shipping?" And if they say 420 or 450, whatever it is, then you know it's not set up correctly. Oh, Whatnot's had it since the beginning, PWA. It's not new. It's new for other people to learn about it, and it came about when I asked about the sticker category. Yeah, I used to always ship on here, PWA, because I sold cards, and it was always a thing. But we're on Whatnot. We only talk about Whatnot. Yeah, they came out with it like 10 years ago, I think. But it's been a thing for a long time. Yeah, they have that 78 cents or whatever their rate is. Because I used to do sports cards there too. But they call it standard envelope. Yeah, let's see. Theirs is 74 cents for 1 ounce, $1.03 for 2 ounces, $1.32 for 3 ounces. But they have the fee too. It's 78 cents. Same rate as Whatnot. I have asked the seller to change their shipping for a sticker to PWE because I wasn't paying for the one they were doing. Yeah, Yeah, they don't know. They don't know. But then when they change it, they can mess themselves up. Problem is, a lot of new sellers, a lot of sellers, I should say, don't know how to change it, and they don't understand what you're allowed to ship in PWE. Evelyn's weird. What's up? I got something weird for you, Evelyn. Check this out. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. I mean, come on. Where you get to see dancing corn on whatnot? I hope you had a good show, friend. You love it? You know me. I gotta have something weird. And corn is trending. Thank you, Cindy Golden Girls. How was your show? What were you selling tonight? Welcome in, friends. We're just having a little chat. I know, high tech over here. It was good, nice. What were we selling? I mean, not we, you. I had to turn my scale off. I forgot. $2 jewelry run, yo, that's great. See, Kim, and whoever else sells jewelry that is looking for more people or looking to connect. Here's people that rated in that sell jewelry. You should be following them and network with them. Go to their shows and make friends because you guys can always help each other out. For branded new fashion jewelry, I love it. That's awesome. So that's good. Right on. So we're just having a chat. I actually have been to the Corn Palace. Yeah, I have been there. I have a lot of cousins that live there. Not in the Corn Palace, but they live near Mitchell. Tina, let's hear it. Yeah, and raid trains and all kinds of different things. So understand when I tell you it's for paper only, okay? Plain white envelope is PWE. It's for flat items that are paper only, not rigid. They have to be 0 to 1 ounces or 1 to 3 ounces. If it goes over 3 ounces, it's going to get upgraded to a package. So do not put in things that are rigid, like a CD, like okay, like a piece of jewelry, a little tiny piece of glass candy. It can't go in a plastic envelope. Okay, it can't go in a bubble mailer. It has to be a flat, envelope. Oh, I'm gonna put it in this birthday card. It better be a flat one because it can't. It technically is not supposed to go in any with embellishments because it's too thick. But people keep doing it, or they put jewelry in it. Please don't do that. No face masks. I tell you this because one, you're not supposed to, and two, it's going to get destroyed in the mail because it goes through rollers. Do I still have that face mask someone sent me? You could send a gift card, right? You could send a gift card because it's sort of rigid. But technically, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to put top loaders in it, but people do all the time. Yeah, people do all the time. I was seeing if at the top. Don't put slabs in it. Okay. Don't put card slabs in it. Yeah, a lot of things you can't do because it goes through the machine and the rollers. You can't use those rigid photo mailers, even though they're a quarter of an inch. Some of them are thicker, and then they have a lot of levels on them. Yeah, it can ruin their equipment, but it'll just shred it up. It'll destroy it. It's meant for sports cards. That's what PWE is meant for. Or like a couple of old photos, like I could have like this photo and I could put it in an envelope, right? With a piece of chipboard so it protects it. Not too thick, but chipboard is not cardboard. It's real thin. Yeah. And a lot of people don't know that and they ship it and then the buyer gets it and it's totally destroyed. I've gotten a few things in bubble mailers and the post office has asked me to pay $4 or $5 for it. And I'm just like, really? And sometimes the post office doesn't catch it. Sometimes it doesn't catch it. Like I got one. I don't even know if I have it here right now. Let's see. I may have already like reused the envelope. But oh yeah, it's gone. I dumped it or something. Um, they sent me a couple of baseball cards in a bubble mailer, and it had a PWE label because the label is different than ground. Yeah, and you can't. You've gotten photo slides. Yeah, because the photos, I would never put the photo slides in there. They're gonna get ruined. Yeah, that will ruin them. Yeah, any kind of slides, because the slide part isn't really hard unless you get the older plastic ones. They'll be destroyed. But for the most part, like it's stickers, paper, a couple of sports cards in like penny sleeves, which is like, here's like one, it's just thin. It's just thin. I got one card. But then if I had like a stack of cards and they don't weigh very much, I mean, I know some people can get, I don't know, depending how thick the sports card is. I usually do 5 cards. 5 cards is kind of pushing it. But see, if you do 0 to 1 ounces, right? It's calculating the highest. So you really can only do 3 unless you do a bundle, built up bundle that you make. Yeah. I've bought face masks from people just to see. I test the app. Excuse me. And guess what? I've gotten about 8 of them and 7 of them were broken because they're too thick. They have like little, like I don't know, they have the ingredient in it so it's in the pack and it has raised pieces on it for like under the eye and things and it just gets completely smashed. So every one of them had one side ruined. Yeah, it was like, oh man. And I don't think I ever reached out. I didn't leave bad review on it. And it wasn't a giveaway. I purchased it, but it's the time I spent. Um, buyers don't want that. So when you're new, you don't know all these things and you just learn them as you go. Just like anything, there's still things to learn every day. Do you have to know everything? No, you can't know everything. But just be careful who you get shipping advice from. That's the one thing I tell everybody. It's it's really your responsibility to go to Whatnot. They have so many resources. They have help.whatnot.com. They have tutorials, seller.whatnot.com. In the seller hub on desktop, you can go, and I've asked Whatnot if they could put social media links to their YouTube channel, to the tutorials on the app, because you can't get them on the app. You actually have to go to desktop to get them. So hopefully they put them on soon. I was kind of surprised they don't have them, but they want to keep us on the app, and we could have everything on the app would be nice. Yeah. The photo size is crazy. But I mean, you know, you can also go to selleracademy.whatnot.com. There's a ton of information for new sellers. Yeah, just don't overthink the shipping. That's what I say. And make sure you run and when you create a listing, you actually put in the actual weight of it packaged because you never know if you're going to sell to one person, one item, or 30 items. You just never know. Is Whatnot down? Yeah, and I tell people all the same thing. And I repeat it over and over and over and over again. Because, like, there's room for all of us on this app. And buyers love it when you take care of them. You need to hold their hand 100% of the time and provide 100% positive buyer experience. Because you want them to tell their friends about you. They might not. They might want to keep you a secret. But buyers, I think they appreciate when we do the right thing. Okay. Because they're not going to come back and they're going to go tell someone like me about your bad shipping or that you cost them $100. They will. So just do the right thing and you'll learn. Don't like, you know, feel pressure. Just Don't overthink it and just go live as much as you can and run your items. Always be selling. Always be selling. Running auctions all the time. Preload your show if you want to, or figure out the best way for you. Be organized, you know, and always be thankful to your buyers. Always tell them, hey, thank you tonight for your purchases. If you didn't sell anything, hey, thank you for being here. Always, and always keep it positive in your stream. People like that. I've had chat shows like in the middle of the night and I look up and sometimes I can't see the number, because the font like on my computer is real small. Sometimes I'll look and I'll be like, oh, there's a lot of people in here. I didn't even realize it because they're just chilling, and some people go in the bin, they buy some stuff. Some people don't. We just hang out. Some people just lurk. Some people are sleeping. Anybody sleeping? Don't be. Don't be. You know what? That everybody does it. You're not alone. Okay? You're not alone. Everybody does that. But don't. Just freaking go live. Don't put any pressure on yourself. It's awkward. It's really like an awkward thing because you're gonna look at your phone and always read the chat. Just don't read some of the comments out loud, but always read the chat. Sometimes you miss stuff though. Yeah. Just you haven't gone live, Sassy Goat? You could do it. And write in your show notes. Hey, hi, welcome. This is my first show. I'm a little bit nervous. I hope you'll be patient with me. I'm not taking any requests today. And then just run whatever's in your auction tab. I always tell new sellers that list, like, I have a video on YouTube. It's called Seller Hub Inventory. If you're new and you want to preload or whatever, I recommend you watch that video. About a week. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely watch the video because I give you a lot of tips in there and it might save you a lot of time listing on desktop versus listing in the app. I like to list on desktop. I can list probably over 100 in like a half hour now. I've gotten my time chopped. Uh, hey, RJ Sams, how you doing? If you search YouTube, just search D_archivist, it'll come right up. I could put a link in here though, and I'll answer your question. Recently I was charged two $9.21 shipping fees for two light and small items, new sellers, and they didn't set it up right. Whatnot has a shipping. They refunded you. Not sure if that's a new option under refund options. I don't know. I don't know. So if you're a new seller, don't run your item at a pound. They could have made a mistake because obviously they didn't know there's no class for them and they probably got bad advice somewhere else. So if they're two light items, that means they ran it at one certain weight class, which was obviously going to charge you more. Those two items could have been bundled together and probably fit in a box, right? In one box. Or sometimes it happens where they charge you and then they bundle it and then it's one box and you need to get a refund on that for sure. Yeah, you just don't want to go live on computer unless you have like a beast of a machine. But you can't use whatnot.com to go live without OBS now. But I wouldn't recommend that for a first timer, to be honest. I'm gonna pull up my link. Here's my YouTube link, but why is it doing that? What's up, Indy? How you doing, Eugene Leva? There is customer service that some sellers have where they could just refund, but Whatnot can automatically refund if you went directly and they don't even tell the new seller. They give them kind of like of a break, but I'm not sure in that situation how they handled it. Yeah, it is. It is better. Oh, thank you, RJ Sams. Are you having more shows? I know you signed up under my link, so thank you for that a while back. And I know you had one show, but I missed it. I know, I can't believe it. I'm probably not going to be on too much longer. Yeah, it's almost 2 o'clock. I'll probably stay on until 2. Yeah, we're just chatting. We're shooting the breeze. All right, let's see this poll. New sellers, do you rewatch your shows? Which we talked about that a while ago. Yes. Oh, that's good. 31%. That's actually a good statistic right there. And 52, so more than half don't. And some 17 said, what? You can watch yours. You can do that? So we're going to have to save that. I don't watch my shows back as much as I used to in the beginning. Um, right, but here I'm in the West Coast, so it's 147 now. Yeah. So you're +3. Yeah, all the East Coast. You're so welcome. Thank you for coming in. It's nice to see you virtually. Yeah. It gets better. Just try it. I mean, like I hope I gave you some things that will help you out a little bit. Yeah. Have a good night. I know it can get frustrating when sales don't come in and stuff like that, but you just keep going. You find your thing. It's also Whatnot's to me, it's not like a get rich. You got to build it up. I see a lot of people that do that. They make a bunch of money and then they leave, but then they end up coming back. Or the ones that don't, they quit right before it's going to get good. It's a long-term investment, just like any other platform, you know. Apart from product, what costs are involved? Well, you have fees. Whatnot has 8% commission fee that we pay when we sell an item. And then on top of that, there are the other fees are a processing fee, which is 2.9%. That's on the overall transaction. And then 30 cents per transaction that we pay. So it's 8% plus the transaction fees. So you could say it's like 11 point something percent. What, 10.9? But it's not really that. It's whatever the breakdown is. It's nothing. It's literally the lowest on any app right now. It's 50% commission if you sell things for $1. Just do the math. It's not that hard. No, the playback is not like the video receipt. Yeah, it's the same. There's no chat. There's no text. Correct. Yeah, don't do the dollars. Why don't you do $2 at least? And then, I mean, try. I know you just started, so you got to build that up, right? Yeah, it's like if I was doing the math one day and if you sell items at $1, yeah, you bundle. Yeah, see, that's better. That's way better. But still, yeah, I wouldn't do cards for $1 or $2. I'd have to do $3 starts. But depends. I might bundle a couple with it. Okay, you're gonna vent? Okay, hang on. Let me make sure I didn't miss. And Aussie, the only other cost there might be is if you promote your show. And if you don't do shipping right, you're gonna eat money, but you get 5 free adjustments that shouldn't be used unless they're necessary. They shouldn't be used because you're like, oh, I'm gonna ship a oversize. It won't even work on an oversize anymore. Okay, I'm gonna and is the playback like the video receipt? So I already answered that, but I wanted to add this. If you go to where your shows are, there's a little tab that says past shows. You could see them all. There's just no chat. They don't have the chat with it, We had it for 5 seconds and they took it away. Probably costs a lot. Good event. I saw a seller bundling shipping up to 5 items, not 5 pounds. And all the items were like 1 ounce at most. Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. That's why they need, you send them my way. I'll teach them. Yeah. And please don't put names in here because I don't want that. Yeah. Susan, you're new to me. So yeah, never drop anybody's name in my stream. Okay. That's actually going to get you banned in a lot of people's shows because you shouldn't be doing that. That says more about you than them. And I'm firm on that one. Yeah. Please don't do that. Because what you're doing is you're like slandering the person and whatnot doesn't like that. That's kind of like a form of bullying in the app. So now you know. And I tell you what, a lot of people on the app don't like that. Yeah, by telling people not to go to buy someone can get you banned from whatnot for harassing that seller, believe it or not. Um, Hen house, I don't know. If there are, there's two things that happen to people that like to scam. They get banned on the app pretty quick. Number one, there's lots of definitions of scam, and number two, and number three, um, maybe there's a glitch right now. I think there's a glitch right now. Yeah, and number three, it's kind of like, you know, if we're hearing rumors that that's what the person's doing, we shouldn't be out there spreading it unless we know the actual truth. And that's how I feel about that. And number four, it ends up on Reddit. And then everybody knows about it, right? And they see videos. So, is it true? Does it hurt you? Does it benefit you? Um, you know? So, personally, that's why my streams I always keep them healthy, no drama, no trauma. Um, and that's the one thing I don't fuck around with is dropping other people's names. So now you know how I feel, and I'll say that a couple times probably. So wouldn't let you block someone? Okay, no, they didn't, and people were trying to tell them, but they were gaslighting us, trying to say we didn't know what we were talking about. Yeah, so I have tried to help new sellers like that because they were telling people, hey, if you tip me, I'll take an order for you. And then next week you can come and buy your item. And this was like a couple of years ago. It was me and Madison's Craft Corner were in the stream. And she's an artist. So we were trying to help the girl. And she was selling like little whimsical art canvases. And I said to her, I'm like, in red chat, like, and I used PayPal as the red chat word. I didn't use boobs. I said, hey, I just thought I'd let you know you might not want to ask for a tip. It can get you banned on the app. Just FYI, someone could report you. Why do I care, right? Let her get banned. But I did. She was new, and then she blocked me. And then when she blocked me, she talked smack about me. Or she blocked Madison first because she was trying to help. And then she talked smack about her. And then I said to her, no, I think she was just looking out for you. And she banned me too. And I'm like, okay. But you know what? She did get reported, and it wasn't by us. She got reported like 5 other people for doing the same thing. Is she on the app still? No. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. And you know what? It's what's up, Wonder Wagon? Yeah, it's between you, the seller, and whatnot. That's it. That's right. I agree. I never appreciate anybody coming into my stream, and it's like if somebody was having a fight in their stream and somebody came in here and distracted and took caused a negative impact to my stream and said, "Oh my gosh, D Archivist is over there fighting with our neighbor. You guys got to see this." And then you have a bunch of people in your stream and they all leave and go to hers. That's against the rules, that's negatively impacting that person's show. I will tell you, I'm the type I will tell you, like, I don't care. I don't care. Don't come in here and do that. But you can get reported for that kind of stuff. And what Whatnot does is Whatnot's business. That's crazy, Indy. All you need is a phone to stream on Whatnot. Yeah. Yeah, and then there's sometimes people that are out there that are like, their friend is fighting with this seller, and then they have drama and messages, and then their friends all go and bother the other person. Don't be one of those kind of people. Be a leader, not a follower. Yeah. Well, you can't do that in here. I already said it, so yeah. You won't do that again in here, so. You hate people that scam, but you don't know if the person didn't scam you, but you're talking bad about them, right? And you're not a seller, you a buyer. No, I get it. I get it, but it's none of my business. Well, then you can deal with that. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I just know that I'm not that kind of a seller and I have integrity. And when I say I'm selling something and I show it, that's what gets shipped. Yeah. And what people do is none of my business. But if you want to handle that in your streams, then you do that. Yeah. But that's not okay. I didn't get to finish reading it all. Some people can't stand to be wrong. Their pride is too big. Very true, Andy. I've never met such a supportive community as Whatnot. Isn't it, Henhouse? It's so true. There are way more positives than negatives on this app. I completely agree with that. Yep. If you want a name drop, go to Reddit. That's true. Yeah. Now you want a job here so you can work. You should apply in trust and safety. You could ban everybody. Yeah, if they're that bad, then report them and no one will be able to buy from them. Yep. The more people that report a seller who is really doing the wrong thing with proof, they handle that. 100%. I am. I have a buy it now full of items. All right, what are you looking for tonight? Yeah, what are you looking for? Usually I get requests and stuff, but my name's Dee. We're doing a chat show and I have, I don't know, 800 items in my buy it now. Yeah. You just pop in and ask, what am I selling? So, and you're new here, Kenneth. Yeah. Yeah. You ever been to a chat show and whatnot? Sometimes with the community we connect and stuff like that. So welcome in. And sometimes I help new sellers. Yeah, I feel the same way. I stay in the streams that are positive. I don't like negativity. And just hang out. All good vibes only. Someone comes in here with negativity, I boot them out. Aussie, what were you saying your phone is doing? Oh, now they're recruiting in Arizona. It's like Pig Latin. Your text is like Pig Latin. I just figured it out. Yeah, you're here to learn and listen. And we share, but again, positive things or like, struggle or something like that with like, we already discussed shipping. Hmm. But I'm not really, it's a buy it now show, just so you know. Kenneth, it's a buy it now show. That's how I labeled the show. It's not really an auction show. So buy it now would be everything in the bin. I'm pretty good at reading typos, but damn, I see. Is that what they are on the career page? Is that what it says? Almost all their jobs are remote, so you work from home. You should you should apply if you qualify for some of the spots. I would absolutely do it. They're a great company. They have about when I started here, like, selling, they had like 300 employees. They have over 1,000. Yeah, I think they had like 200 or 300 employees. It started with 5 people. Oh, good. I have this popped out. Great. Wait, I'm trying to fix something right here. I feel like the chat stopped. Are you guys still here, right? Because there's been this glitch and it was sticking, so I didn't know. Okay, good. Do you think sellers could be successful if they don't go live? To be honest, no. I mean, I think you could if you have bangers in the buy it now and you're selling actively, and yes, but I mean, I feel like you'd sell more stuff if you did go live. Who's that lurker? Kayfabe, hi. Good morning. You think so? Yeah, it depends how you measure success too. Like somebody might say, you know what, I just need to sell X amount of dollars worth of stuff. And then some people need to go live because they need to make thousands of dollars. Yeah, it just depends. But I mean, you could be successful, but I feel like you have more success if you're live because you're selling it faster. Where the buy it now would be similar to another platform, it's only getting so much exposure if people search it. A lot of people don't even know how to search the marketplace. And Whatnot will be developing that, I'm sure, a lot better in the future. Yeah, I know. For a couple of like 2 or 3 days now. Like previously, we had it on the app when you were in Whatnot, and it would show, like when you went to the homepage, when you were on the homepage, right here with the thing, it would have a little bar across here and it would say products or live, I think it said. And when you clicked on products, it was the whole marketplace. Now you have to search at the top and click products. Most people don't know that. Um, yeah, and a lot of people on the app come for, I would say, random pools unboxings are like the most popular, not preloaded shows. But vintage likes preloaded shows. It just depends. Oh yeah, Aussie's text is messed up. She dropped her phone, so it's Pig Latin now. But I kind of could read it. My phone broke when I fell. Now it has a mind of its own. Oh God, its own. Did your screen shatter so certain keys don't work? Yeah, the one sleeping in bed. I thought we couldn't have silent streams. Yes, he's been on for like 20 days. Mm. I watched him like have a rant. He was having like a rant because people weren't buying his like $100 t-shirt. It was kind of funny. Oh, there it went. It does do that jump thing. Yeah. Is the best way to get more followers to go live as often as possible? Any other suggestions? Followers are not like, it's nice to have followers, but that doesn't equal sales. It doesn't equal sales. So you'll get a ton of followers like if you do giveaways, but they're not buying from you. They're just there for the free giveaway. Um, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people think they need a lot of followers. I I would say when I have 26,000 followers and I have 56 people in here. So followers don't always equal people in your streams or sales. So keep that in mind. Getting more of them, you could do a follow for follow. You could just let it be organic. Go to people's shows, but never pay for a sponsored giveaway. You may get some followers, but they'll unfollow you once you do the giveaway. You did a 12-hour stream. Nice. I've done a 22-hour stream and I was still ready to go, but I like had to go to sleep for a little bit. And I did a 22-hour stream and I sold 383 items in 120 boxes and I shipped it in less than 2 days cuz I was ready to keep doing it. But I don't do those kind of shows like that again. I might in the future. No, you could no, they don't limit you. You just the 1,000 transactions, like 1,000 sold is 1,000 transactions. That's how you get um that's how you get the payout, like instant payout. But I think it's changing. I don't know. Yeah. Wait, why does chat do that? I should have done that a little while ago. Um, right. Hold on a second. I'm reading and I see something here. Venti Wax. Hello. Translate. Okay, wait. That's what I was reading right now. Oh, you're trying to get 1,000 followers before the first show? Just a personal goal. That's cool. But understand that what I said was 1,000 transactions to get instant payout. That means you have to sell 1,000 individual items, not 1,000 followers. You won't get paid instantly like when you print a shipping label until you sold 1,000 transactions, and giveaways don't count. Oh yeah, it won't. It didn't let me make you a thing or do the opposite. You're right. Now did it do it? Let's see. Write something, Mindy. Yeah, it did. Right? You got the pencil. Yeah. See. Um. Yeah, transactions, not followers, because you haven't built any trust up with Whatnot or the community. So they would never give you instant payout if you had 1,000 followers. Instead, you have to run, always be selling, always be selling. Yeah, I think it's a glitch right now, but it's going to change. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's what I was saying. But you have to sell 1,000. So that means you have, even if you had 1,000 items, right? One item, but 1,000 in the quantity. And as long as you went and sold one at a time, and don't do stickers to like take a shortcut. People do that and then they turn around and try to sell glass. No one is going to trust them. They'll get that momentum, but then it dies. I see it all the time on here. Um, hold on, I got to go back. Oh, that's an interesting thing. All the chat refreshed. Okay, so I missed a bunch of it. You never bought anything from her, but you watch her. So you're still talking about that person. You never bought anything from her and you see what she does and watch what she does. She's a scammer. Um yeah. I think we're done talking about that. Um because you don't have any proof. So you're just thank you. Yeah. Anybody that comes in a stream, you guys, it's your show. I just wanted to see what the other person would say. And I'm not one, I don't like when people drop other people's names. It says more about them as a person, but when you don't have firsthand experience with if it's a scam or not, you shouldn't be talking about it and talking shit about other people. So the person didn't even buy from it. So my point being, always be the direct person and just block the person, peace of mind, you know? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you're like needing to report that to whatnot. Okay. If you have proof, report it to trust and safety. But you can't go around and if you're a third party, no real knowledge because you see somebody on screen, you assume it. Yeah. They'll eventually get caught. That's right. That's right. And they could get away for a while. They could get away with it. But I'm telling you, I've seen so many people who have been kicked off the app for similar things. So it's just a matter of time. And Whatnot takes that stuff very serious. And if it doesn't feel like that, and you see stuff on Reddit, they absolutely do. So that could be one instance, and they've got 500 people that do it that way. So they go and crack down on it. But I mean, I don't know their process. I just know that they do take it serious because I've seen people get booted off here. Like huge seller that was making tons of money in luxury, and they are no longer on the app. So they believe me, they've removed several people. And we don't need to say who. It doesn't matter. But they've actually removed. Okay, I need to go and fix something though real quick. Um Hold on. I need to okay. Hold on. Thank you. I just even well, we're all sellers on the app. We're all sellers. Some people do volume, some people small business, but we're all sellers. We really are. That's what a reworker's passion um reworker's passion always says, and I like that. I caught just the very end removed for doing what? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, removed from the platform. Well, it doesn't matter. You just came in right now, so we'll start fresh. Hello. You know, when people don't follow the rules and they misuse things and, you know, they take advantage of buyers and policies, then Whatnot takes appropriate action. They get removed from the app. That's what I was saying. Well, if you read the terms, you'll know what Whatnot says about copyrights. You don't own it, you shouldn't be selling it or recreating it. Yeah, that's why I just said that. Just do the right thing. Read the rules, read the terms of service, and learn that way. Read Whatnot's policy. Yeah, so it's like, say for example, somebody has a character. No, you can be live as long as you want. Hold on. Okay. Correct, they are not. But guess what? You don't even need to worry about what the other people are doing. They'll eventually get caught. Oh, just what Indy said. Yeah. Yeah, they're look, what other people do is none of your business. You need to follow the rules. Don't stress out about them. They're so simple. It's basic decency, you know. Shipping is just a set rule. Um, it's not hard. And don't copy other people. Be yourself. Show up genuinely as yourself. Run your auctions all the time. Yeah, they're such the rules are really simple. It's here's the thing. If they didn't have any rules, and the reason why we have rules is for people who do these kind of things. What's up, Joseph? Yeah, that do this kind of stuff. So, you can't worry about, for every one person that could be a scammer or terrible, there's like 500 that are good. There's 500 that are good or 1,000 that are good. Probably more than that now. Yep. Show up as you, unless you're a jerk. Maybe change your personality. Like, be real. Just be real. People like all the different personalities, but they like sellers that have integrity. So if you're running an auction and it's got a chip and you don't tell them it's got a chip, probably don't have any integrity or you didn't see it. You just got to make sure you know, do all the right things and show up as I say show up as you because if you don't, you have like you pretend you're someone else, it comes out. It comes out eventually. I'll have to do that after. Yeah, because it wastes your time, right? Amanda, waste your time because you've already spent time buying from them. It's super important. Any type of my items, vintage stuff, I sell vintage decor. And every once in a while you look at older pieces that are painted, the color's missing, it's faded or it has paint loss is what we call it. So I always put that in there. Always. And then I use the little caution emoji and I'll put damaged just so they know and I'll take a picture to show them like and then I write as short and brief as possible paint loss, and then I'll explain it when I'm selling it. Like, you know, it is vintage. They didn't put a very good finish on it, a glaze. So it's kind of like a matte finish. So some of the paint's gone. It's pretty common with these pieces. You just explain that when you're selling. Well, but do you want to give your money away? They should have described the item, but you can reach out to the seller first and say, hey, I got the item, but you didn't make it clear that there were chips in this. And I prefer to buy stuff that doesn't have chips. If it would have been disclosed, then I wouldn't have bid on it. You can do that first. Sometimes they won't tell you. Sometimes they will. Most sellers are going to tell you. So it's on both of us, the buyer and the seller. Sometimes in auctions are so fast, there's no time to like ask the question because they don't read the chat, right? Yeah, you have found a lot of times the seller, yeah, they do make it right. It's true. In the beginning, I remember Whatnot only wanted us to reach out to their customer service. But now they want us to reach out. Well, I'm not really. You could still reach out to Whatnot directly. I still reach out to them directly. It depends on the seller, though. Yeah. Sometimes I just reach out to Whatnot because when we handle our customer service, it goes to the sellers. But like I had an instance recently that I got a white milk glass vase and they didn't disclose to me that it had a hairline crack inside it. I don't think they even noticed it. But I sent a message to Whatnot, but I thought it went to the seller themselves. Thrifted Chaos. What's going on? Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. I hope you like dancing corn. We're just having a little bit of a chat. Hello, friends. Welcome in. Thank you, Indy. Enjoy the corn. How was your show? What were you selling? Yeah, just a little fun, little OBS. Here we go. Kayfabe, your buddy. Yeah, I hope you had a really good show. Yeah, I like to stream. So tonight we're just having a little chat, but I'm going to be ending actually soon. We'll take our raid somewhere else. I have someone picked out already. Oh, you're a Cornhusker? Perfect. Welcome to the Corn Palace. It's the best show you ever had? I love hearing that. That's awesome. What were you selling? Oh, vintage. Yeah, I almost was going to ask you if you're vintage. Yeah, Sir Squirrely Wiggles Bottom. Boots. Bottom. It's bottom. We're having a lot of the text getting mixed up, but I think it's yeah, because you've been on the app a long time. I know we're friends already. How long have you been on the app, Thrifted Chaos? Yeah, feel free to promote yours. I know Aussie's having that, but has a broken phone. Autocorrect hates us. You know what I call it? It's not autocorrect. It's not autocorrect. What are you doing? It's not correcting you. It's autocorrupt. It's corrupting everything you're writing. This is your fifth show. Okay, so you're kind of new. So new seller. I love it. Oh, they fixed seller. Yeah. Where was Brooke tonight? She had a show. I know, it always does. Autocorrect is like totally perfect. Yeah, Brooke had a show. I was laying on the couch and kind of dozed off for a minute, but I wasn't in there the whole time. You weren't in there? I thought I saw you in there. Oh, Kiwi was in there. All those insomniacs. I know. Well, I'm glad you had your fifth show and it was the best one you had. That's always amazing. What do you mean, where? Indy was sleeping. You're welcome. Yeah, so if you guys don't know me and you just came in, I guess I should introduce myself. I didn't do that. Some of you may know me, some may not. My name is Dee. I go by Dee Archivist. I've been on this app for 4 years, but 3 years and a few months as a seller. I have a chat show like every day, but I'm on the app. I've been going live every single day, like talking, selling, whatever, since June 1st, 2024. So this is day number 581 in a row every day. I mean, why not? I'm on Whatnot anyway, right? 581 days. I'm going for 1,000 days. I originally did a 365 project where I went live every single day from my usually I'm a smart ass, I'll say like from my mom. But I'm from California. Yeah, I'm working on something and I'm studying the app and behavior and well, I'm going to answer those kind of questions like you mean in the time I've been live. I'll probably talk about that when I have 1,000 days. So that will be on February 26th, 2027. Yeah, every day. Even if I go on for 5 minutes, because some days you got to have a break, right? But sometimes I'll have like 2, 3 hours. Tonight we've been on like 3 hours already just chatting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of new friends met each other. What do you mean, what changes like since I actually started on the app? Oh, so many. I was talking about them already earlier tonight. Yeah, tons. And Whatnot's gonna keep doing they've changed it so much. Like, oh, from yeah, I'll talk about that in my live stream. Yeah. I'm documenting all of it. Changes I've noticed like in my sales and things like that. It was well, her show was in her regular category, women's contemporary, and then the last 15 minutes she switched over to community. She might have been down on the list. I don't know. I saw her right on the top of my FYP. Well, happy birthday to you. Everybody want to wish Amanda happy birthday. You could drop some cake in the chat. I don't have any happy birthday in here, do I? No, I think it's broke. Let's see. Yeah, it's broke. Did you just realize you still got how many hours left for the birthday? Definitely get some cake. But I have noticed a lot of different things about the app for my selling and my business. My sale, I would tell you this, since I did it last year, I don't know what the percentage is, but my sales, well, actually, I do know the percentage. Um, my sales were up. I wasn't down. And I sell a lot of the buy it now. But I did in the first part of it, well, the second half of it, I did do a lot of auctions. Yeah. You better go eat is right. Have a good night. You're so curious about all this. Yeah, so I go live. And then when I started Whatnot, I decided I my first show was at 10:23 in the morning. And it was like a tiny show. I had a little table and it said I had like some knickknacks, a camera, little things, maybe like 30 items. And I had the first show, I sold $76 worth of stuff and I was like pumped up because I did it like in an hour. And I was like, whoa, you can't sell that much on like the other platforms. And so I kept doing shows here and there, but always at that time. And I created a schedule and I'd watch shows. And then I'm just like, because I first almost didn't even do the app because the first show glitched. And I'm like, this is the stupidest thing. I don't want to do QVC. I'm not going to do this. And so I went to Griff's thrift stream and a couple other people that were like in vintage and estate sales. And these guys were selling crap out of the back of their cars, out of their trucks. And I thought, I could totally do this. They're doing that. And then I bought some cameras from Griff, and he's still a seller on here. And so I started watching Whatnot, and a lot of people were not on at night, except sports cards, Pokemon. They were on like, 24/7. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the car holes or cat fights. And so in July of 22, I was watching all the clothing sellers have these cat fights. That's what they called them. And then they would co-host each other and one person would sell and then yeah. And then they'd walk over raid to the other person and have a competition. So some people would go like to the thrift shop and get like 20 items and then the other person get 20 and they'd sell and see who make the most money. And they used to have like competitions like this. Yeah, it was so much fun. Yeah, it was very competitive. And then people would do car hauls. It was just really, remember that? Yeah, exactly. It was. And we didn't even have raids back then. But so what I started to do is I started to watch the app and the vintage category was brand new. And that maybe had like 20 sellers, 30, if that. And they would only go live up till 8:30 at night. And I noticed we're missing the iNsOmNiAc Club. So I created that and there was no shows in vintage after 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. So I started going live at 10:23 p.m. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, get it? Wednesday and Thursday nights, and I would be selling like crazy. And I did that for 9 months and it built up a following and my sales were insane. I'll tell you what, I had given away over $5,000 worth of giveaways. And there weren't stickers. They were like fairy lamps, pieces of glass, good shit. Is your top three buying? Yeah. So, and I loved it. It's my favorite. And I did so many bundles because I never, my goal is not 1,000 sales. My goal is long term community. So it all kind of goes together when you build that. And I sold, it says, I don't know, 6,000, 5,000 items. It's more like 15, 20,000 items because I did so many bundles in the beginning. But I still was able to reach my 1K sales in 6 weeks. Yeah, it was about 6 weeks. It wasn't that hard to do. Yeah, the community. Yeah, and back then we started the whole, community over competition. That's like old stuff that we said way back when. Yeah. And there was no raids. You had to walk over raid. So Griff and I always did raid each other back and forth. You're planning on selling in February. Are you comfortable sharing the worst parts? I don't have any worst parts to share, to be honest. I mean, there's been a couple things, but I won't be sharing that. But for the most part, it's not. I think that it's been really fun. Yeah, it's been really fun. I haven't had any. I've had two major issues, but they're not selling related. They're just troll related. But I dealt with them appropriately, and I made really good decisions about how I handle that in the future. But I mean, maybe as a new seller now that there's so many would be like maybe it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Maybe keeping your stream super positive and watching it back. Obviously, like, you know, in my stream, it's positive, and sometimes we touch on subjects. Like, I'm not a therapist. We just hang out as friends and talk. And sometimes I talk about grief, and people who don't want to hang out and that leave or they share. And so I don't like specifically say I'm going to talk about grief tonight. It just kind of flows. Yeah. It's pretty easy to live sell. Yeah. How do you tell? You know. Yeah. I minimize it so I don't. And I always turn on verified buyers in my shows. So people that are trolls, I mean, there are people that are, verified buyers that are trolls, but verified buyers is like right here in the menu. There's like the three dots, to the side there. And verified buyers as the default is off. But if you turn it on when you're live, um, only verified buyers can bid on your auctions and enter giveaways. People don't know that. If you have a troll in your stream, you're going to know it. Yeah, because they might say something ugly to you like, you're fat. Do you go to the gym? Just stupid stuff. It's like they're usually about 12 years old. Correct. Correct. But not always. There's some people that get in my shows and they just say childish things. So I troll right back. I'm pretty good at it. Yeah. There's no and if someone comes in and says something like that, I usually turn it around like, I'm really sorry you feel that way about yourself, but welcome in. Yeah, I just oh shit, 2 hour delay. Yeah. To me I just ignore it. I just ignore it. If they like for example, the person that was talking bad about the other people, I didn't kick them out. I gave them a chance and they just wouldn't stop. And then they basically said, well, I never bought from that person, but I can watch them and see they're scammers and just kick them out. When the mods kick them out, I don't have to do nothing. They know. Yeah. So, it's better not to, the winning factor you would get as a new seller or any seller is if you read it and you see it and you don't like it, you just kick them out. They're bored. They got nothing better to do. Hmm. The ultimate goal of a troll is to get your reaction because it probably will clip you, put it on Reddit. That's fine. Well, you know what? Even if you don't like the trolls and say things, I literally don't do that. I'm just like they just have the end of the day, the troll is a person. Okay, it's like they are a person, but they want a reaction, and all trolls just want your attention. That's it. They didn't get it at home. They want it from you. They want it from you. So why put them down? No, it doesn't tell you if they clip you. But people are allowed to clip you. They can make it public on their profile. You can turn it off on yours. You can, even if it's public on your profile, you can hide that. You can hide that clip if you don't like it. There's like three dots next to it. But they're not supposed to go publish it on social. But they can't. They're going to anyhow. Doesn't matter. Sometimes bad PR is good PR. That's I mean, you know. Yeah, and some people clip and put on Reddit. Yep. I don't know. I don't think it's monitored by whatnot. Like I don't know that they look at it. People have to actually turn that into trust. You've been practicing. Chat, chat, chat. Wake up, chat. You're robbing me. Is that good? Clip that. Don't clip that. No, I don't give a shit. Clip it. Because people see it, they'll laugh. Yeah. Yeah. Which way, hey, it doesn't tell you who clips you, but whatnot knows. And the video, basically, if you don't know and you share it on Reddit, I can see who posts those videos. Yeah. Everybody that clips a video and puts it on Reddit, and I can see who did it. Yeah. Okay, I'm going back in the chat because I want to read. You had two shows and you only sold 17 items really cheap at a loss. It was very discouraging. I haven't had another one. Yeah, don't you were you running out of $1? What did you sell? 17 items. What were they? Well, that's, you know what? That's why you got to always like keep it positive, keep it real, be good to your people, even if your people aren't buyers. E. Kelly, this is a chat show, so everything is in the buy it now if you'd like to take a look or tell me what I can help you with. Yeah, this is a buy it now show. Hey, love you, Indy. Have a good night. No, I'm not. H. Buckley, what are you doing? Sleep isn't happening? You want me to whisper? What's going on? Not sleeping. Ugh. I'm going to go to bed soon. I said that I was going to go at 2, but we were just talking still. But E. Kelly, I sell pretty much all things you find at estate sales. I specifically love to sell vintage glass decor, but I'm not showing like auction type items tonight. Yeah, follow Indie Princess 85. We wish she would go live. She used to go live all the time, but I think she has a bite now. She's an amazing crocheter, knitter. I know I'm probably getting it wrong. Yeah, Lily, I do. I've been doing it for a long time. She really does. I don't think I ever got to see her live. I'd have to dig through my clips. I wish that you could like I gotta ask whatnot. I wish that I could have the clips ordered if you could click on the year. Because I have some from like 20 to 21 maybe. Yeah, and you guys should all follow each other. Because you never know who you're gonna meet on the Whatnot app. And as you follow more and more people, yeah, you should because, you might find somebody that sells similar things to you and you guys are struggling, like maybe not getting enough people in your stream or things like that. And you might be able to network because that's really what it's about, especially if you're a small business. Yeah, the pre-bids are hard to see. Mods can't see it, but we had a meeting today with Whatnot and recommended some like solution. Yeah, because we really need to see that. So they'll probably fix that. Oh, do you have AI on your app? You have the AI in the app? That's beta tested. That's new sellers have that. I have that, but not everybody has it. Do you guys, anybody else have it? I don't think everybody has it. Um, be very careful with that. Nan, is it Nan? What are you gonna sell? Nan, right? Nan. I'm sorry. You just discovered it, so you're not even gonna sell yet. Because if you have the AI, be very careful when you scan the item to create the listing for you if you haven't. Because when it does, the shipping is to me, it's not right, especially if you sell clothing. Go in and double check what the shipping weight is. Yeah. What's up, Spirit Junkie? Good morning. I am. This is my old time, actually. I used to always go live at 10:23, and I'd always be selling till about 4:30 in the morning. Because about hour three at this time can be a banger of an hour. It just depends who raids you, who comes in. Yep. Well, you should come to my show next Tuesday. Which way? Come to my show next Tuesday. You guys should bookmark it and come and ask all the questions. It's going to be called Is Shipping Your Love Language? I will be live next Tuesday, well, this coming Tuesday at 9:23 a.m. Don't miss it. It's an official whatnot chat show. So I have a lot of tips, some tricks, and I really like to keep it as simple as possible for everybody. Yeah, cute and fun, right? Because you and it's easier than you think. Yeah, thank you. Come to it, and it'll be available for replay on YouTube. So almost all of my shows, unless I don't multicast to YouTube, are available for replay. If you buy something from me, you can watch the stream, and you can buy anything in the Buy It Now, and you can rewatch it on the app. If you don't want to watch it on the app, you can go to YouTube and watch it. But some people like to stay within the app. Did you guys know that if you're in a show and you like the seller or what they're doing, you can buy an item from them. It supports their stream, and then you can watch the whole replay after in the video receipts. Because we used to be able to watch past shows, not anymore. Yeah. So every Tuesday I do a chat show all about whatnot. You can't really, well, you multicast it, but there's like a whole lot of things that you need to get before you can do that. It's a great feature. You multicast in the app, but you have to have a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel has to be with 50 subscribers. Okay. And then Facebook, you can multicast to Facebook, and the Facebook has to be more than 60 days old. And then there's one more app called Twitch, which is mostly like card streamers and gamers. But I was streaming to Twitch, and you have to have an account over there. And over there, you have to get a stream key. And the stream key basically just type into the multicast, and you have to set it up on your phone. And what it does is it basically tells Facebook or YouTube or Twitch that you're going to allow whatnot to act on your behalf and electronically push the stream over to their platform. And then basically when I go live, it goes right on. I just turn it on after I'm live, actually. Yeah, my YouTube is the same name, correct. Yeah, and a lot of times if you multicast over there, like right now I'm streaming on YouTube, I always check it because at the very beginning, uh, I can see the chat on YouTube, and sometimes I'll get comments. Like there's a bunch I missed. Sometimes they're trolls, sometimes they just write stuff. And I have rules. I don't discuss politics or religion on my channel. What's up, gotcha? Some people are just horrible in here, so I have to actually remove them because they just don't. That's just when I say I don't talk about politics, and I'll get a bunch of crappy comments. But I don't really care. Everything's good, Mr. Brad Boy. I just saw you right now. What's up, Edward? I'm having a good one. Thank you. Happy. Shop Happy. What's going on? Sis, I miss you. I feel like I haven't seen you forever. How the heck are you? Oh my goodness. I was reading YouTube comments. But so far, everybody was pretty good tonight. Yeah, you're doing good? Oh, good. Is anybody successful only selling from pictures without going live? I don't know. I mean, I answered that a little bit earlier. Were you really shy talking at first? Uh, I'm a talker. I didn't show myself on camera at all, so no, not really. It was just awkward. I'm looking at my phone, and like I'm having a conversation with a chat, right? It was weird. It was kind of weird. I'm a TaWk. Yeah, I'm a storyteller, so it's a lot easier to talk to you guys. And then I was in sales, so I always dealt with the public. And then, so I wasn't nervous really ever. I was really excited to do this. And then, I don't know. It's easy, but it's awkward. The first few shows are awkward. That's the best way to describe it, I think. I know the community is so great. Thank you, Spirit Junkie. And I think I've gotten more comfortable, but I've always had like pretty good confidence. Yeah. It is awkward. Like, I mean, I'm before like I was on my phone and I have it on a stand and then the product in front and then people are like, "Hi." And then you talk to the people and that's the part that's awkward. But you get used to it. You learn people's personalities, you know. Arnav, hello. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. You learn people's personalities, but you find your own style. Never go on the app and try to be like someone else because there's only one of you. I'm like nobody on the app. And that's not like arrogance or anything. That's just we're all different. We're all unique, you know? There's nobody like Shop Happy 2019 except me. We're sisters, so. But yeah, it's and Q is my twin. We all have our own secret sauce. That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's so great. And the best thing you can do is remember one thing is when you go to shows. I know Age of Ugly. So did Mama Bebo. She thought we were sisters. That's right. Um, and then she saw us and she's like, "Wait a minute." We're like, "Yeah, we're sisters. Come on." Uh, the one thing I always say is like, your energy is everything. And when people come in your stream, and yeah, I'm chill. I can run auctions fast sometimes. But remember, that energy transfers through the screen to the person who's watching you. So if you're bitchy and moody, you'll pay attention to this and you'll see how you feel after you leave their stream. If you feel drained, get away, don't come back. No, for real, but you'll see this. It's crazy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rest Dustmore. Run! I tried yelling in my shows. I just laugh. This is not my thing. But I did have a sold out show, so there is something to go with that. It's when I did the Shop Happy 2019 challenge. When is your challenge? And that's happy with an I, y'all. June. Okay. A couple of people were asking me the other day about it. I said, go bookmark her shows. But I think I was thinking it was like March, April, but June. Yeah. We'll see if I do it. I might start up a 365 project group. Yeah, but mine will be called Day 590. Yeah, but it really does. And I'll credit my friend Moonsky Vintage. She is on a different platform now, but she was on Whatnot. And I think she started like January of 23. So I met her a few months after. And one thing she always did say in the streams was like positive vibe transfer. Yeah, that people come in your room and she was like super happy. Like she's so much fun. And when you go on those shows like that are not energetic, exciting, fun, and they're negative, and you that comes to you. And then I started listening to her, and so I started noticing when I would go in those kind of shows like that, or like the shows that maybe they're a large volume seller, right? And they would be yelling, "Come on, chat, bid it up, bid it up. Come on, let's go. You're letting me down. Oh man, I got a bunch of money in that." I started noticing I would just get a headache and I'd be exhausted. I would be exhausted. So I don't go on those shows that much, really. Do I mod? Not anymore, really. I mean, for some friends, I will. Like Shop Happy 2019, I will. Secondhand Sarcasm. Like some of my friends that I go on and I'll mod. But then sometimes there's a lot of us, so we just take place. Or because if we all try to mod at the same time, we'll bump each other's tagline on there. But like I don't really mod a whole bunch. No, you can share a link. You can share a link to get your friends to sign up to buy and give them a coupon link that's in your, where, on the app, there's a little gift box at the top. There's a code for like refer a friend for buying. They could get 15 bucks off the first, and then you get 5 bucks for every friend that signs up, as long as they don't live in the same house as you. Well, Amanda, I mean, I'm sorry you're dealing with that. You got to think about what you want to share. Like I'm a big believer in not everybody has earned the right to hear your story. So you may be the seller that chooses not to. You got to remember, people coming in your stream and you're talking about your health and your pain and you're showing. A lot of people will be very empathetic with that. A lot of people will leave and they don't want to hear that. If it's to them, it could be a complaint. I mean, I'm not really saying anything about it either way. Patty, hello. But you know what I mean? So not everybody has earned the right to hear your story. You may want to share it all with them as you get to know your audience. It's a personal choice. I just know, like, like for example, like new sellers and they have it on their profile. I'm on the app because, and then they put all their health stuff on there. I'm again, I have empathy for that, but I also, as like a selling app, sometimes it's better not to let everybody know your stuff because it might detour them from coming in your stream. And I know people that don't go on shows for that. But like, maybe your people will find you, on this app when you meet a lot of, yeah. And they're just basic points. Like, don't take it to heart or anything like that. It's just from reading profiles. I used to do rate my profiles all the time. And like, people put the thumbnail and they put pictures of their two little kids. Why are you doing that? You're not selling your kids. Don't put your kids on your thumbnail. Put your product on your thumbnail. Hi, I have 4 kids, single mom, I'm trying to make extra money. Don't put that on there. I'm a vintage decor seller. I have shows on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Just examples. But some people do that. That's their choice. But for business wise, you're selling on what you have versus what your situation is. No, I know. I explained that. Yeah. Oh, you mean get them to come to your show by sharing your show? So you shouldn't share your show in the app to other people's messages. 100% of the time, I'll say 99.99%, they're not going to come to your show. I have been more specific on telling people not to share it to me because I was getting like 15, 20 a day. Sometimes I'll get like 30 from one person and they'll just, but it crowds up my mailbox. My mailbox is for my buyers. And granted, if somebody I know knows that I like collect a certain thing and they say, D, you got to check this out, you'll love this seller, this is what they sell, you might be interested, that's nice. They're going out of their way to share a show with me, right? But it ends up becoming too much. Yeah. And also, like Spirit Junkie says, often it's hard for me to hear struggles, but it's always good to hear about gratitude and positivity. Yeah. Because you never know what someone else is going through on the app. And sometimes people are trying to escape from their own health problems, you know, and that they don't want to be like in someone's stream and, they're trying to get away and see what they've got. And they're talking about like all these hardships and things. So it could be a turn off. And then some people look at it like, because there's some nice people in the app. And there's sometimes people talk about this stuff and then they get tips for that. And so some people who want to shop leave. Yeah. I mean, I see all ways around it, right? You find what works for you. How do you handle people asking for a cancellation? I don't accept cancellations. I'm very specific about what I sell. I have already taken the time to take pictures of it. Um, I've heard every excuse, but for the most part, I'm pretty straight about it. There's no cancellations, no returns, or no refunds. And people get that. I don't rarely ever have an issue. I've had maybe out of 3 years, maybe under 20 where it was a cancellation. I had one person say they fell asleep in bed, but yet they were chatting they were conversing. Now I'd already given them a break, so I declined it. Because you can't print a shipping label out if they have a cancellation request. But sometimes people won't say anything. They'll send a message after the show, but it's no cancellation. And if they're really mad about it, they can reach out to Whatnot about it. But for the most part, it's all sales final. I have it in my notes. Um, my notes say, kindest, respect, safe space. All sales final. No cancellations/exchanges or returns. Now, if I make a mistake and I'm running an auction and I sell you a doll head, but I don't see that the head broke off and they re-glued it, which, I mean, those things happen, but like, I'm not selling you my doll head, first of all. And I'm not gonna, like, I'm gonna look at the item good before I even run it to just double check. I take the time. Hi, boobs. Yeah, I put in so much time and I'm trying to sell you quality products. So you hate screaming all about positivity? You like screaming. You don't like screaming. No, you got to be real too. What's up, Bree? You often wear earbuds? What are you doing? How are you? I was cracking up. I got a good clip of you today. Yeah, put in the time. It's only fair. I mean, also buyers pay attention to what you're bidding on. You're as responsible too. So if you have questions about it and it's fast auctions, just make sure you understand you got to look at it good, look at the description really good. Because sometimes sellers are going so fast, there's no time for it. Yeah, you don't like screaming. Yeah, I've tried it a couple times, like yelling, not screaming, and I just crack up. It's kind of funny. You had a seller cancel your order and give away. You can't leave a review when they cancel like that. It doesn't let you. I've had that happen. It pisses me off too. Block them. Nothing you can do. Block them, or just maybe they didn't realize how much money. Somebody was doing a Pokemon randomizer, and I won like 50 packs, good packs, right? And I'd spent some money, but I still won because they did the game wrong, and they canceled it. And I had like 6 giveaways I won, and I tipped them a whole bunch too. They got to keep the tip, but they canceled the orders, and I was like, that's. And they didn't open any of the packs. I wish they would have done some rip or ship because that would have been funner. But it was like 30 auctions, and they gave a lot away. So I was like, I kept trying to explain to them, I think you're playing the game wrong. They're like, no, I read the rules. Okay. But I invested time. But I could never leave a review for it either. And canceling a giveaway is against the terms. Yeah, you can tell Whatnot. No, don't go spreading the word on Whatnot. But I would let them know. Let them handle it. Yeah, because Clive, you don't want to go to other people's streams and say, D-Archive has canceled my giveaway and that, because you're just slandering my name. Yeah, don't do that. I had someone in here doing that about another seller. They got kicked out. So, it says more about that person than it does the actual seller. And why waste all that energy anyway? Focus on your business more. No, you don't. You don't have to do giveaways at all. Yeah, go to Trust and Safety and report it. But you probably got your money back, right, for the order? All right. I'm gonna just say one thing. Giveaways are not mandatory. They're up to you. Sometimes they bring people in your stream, but they bring people into your stream that just want the giveaway. Just be okay with that. If somebody cancels the order and you win a giveaway like that, I would definitely contact Trust and Safety. Because they're not allowed to do that. Sellers can get in trouble for that. Because the giveaways are part of a sweepstakes law, and whatnot has to follow it. They don't break the law. Yeah. No, a lot of people don't do giveaways. I don't do them anymore. If I'm selling and I sell like 20, I give something away for every 20 or so. I'll do a giveaway, but I don't like I used to do. And you can't do like gift with purchase. Like, hey, if you guys spend $40, I'm going to give these free, whatever. Can't do that on the app. You can't. You can't just select it for the buyers. The only way you could do it is if you did a private show and you sent each buyer from your top 10 a link to that show. But buyers giveaways, you cannot change the giveaway. You have to write in there what the giveaway is and show a picture of the giveaway. Okay. And if it is a buyer's giveaway and you sell like one item and you're giving away some banger item, you have to run it. You're required to run it in the giveaway because buyer's giveaways are required to run. Regular giveaways, if you put it in there and you only do one of them, but you got like 10 in there, you don't have to run all of those. Yeah. But buyer's giveaways, anybody can win it. They can fill a form out. So never shame them. So if you're giving away like a $30 item and you sold like a $20 item, they fill out a form, they enter it, they win it. Just congratulate them and move on and send them the item because they'll leave you a review on it. And if you change the giveaway because they didn't buy from you, that'll violate the terms and you deserve the bad feedback. And that's what helps keep sellers accountable. Yeah. So you should always show. Don't put giveaway number one, giveaway number two, or random giveaway. Don't do that. But you can choose to do it or not. Yeah, they can enter the form and they know how to enter the form. So it's just part of it. It's not a big deal. You can't give away a coupon code. You can't give away a coupon code for your future shows because giveaways are supposed to be an item that doesn't require them to make a purchase. Yes, they can. It's if you go to help.whatnot.com, you can read about it. It is a not a whatnot rule, it's a sweepstakes law. Giveaways fall under sweepstakes laws, like that's beyond whatnot, but they have to comply with it. And so does every seller on here. If you don't, you're breaking the law. Okay. So the form is, yeah, it's the form is basically for anybody to fill out, but it's not that easy to access. But if somebody knows how, giveaway people, there's some people that are just on the app for giveaways, right? But they fill out a form if they didn't buy and win. And some sellers go berserk and they don't send them the item and they say, and some people word their giveaways a certain way, but they still are violating the actual law on that. Yeah. It's really interesting, I know. Yeah, so I hope that cleared it up. Giveaways you do are good and you never get a review from them. Yeah, you know, when I did giveaways that first year, it was worth it. It still is worth it to me because even if someone isn't a buyer, I don't treat anybody like shit. People call them givey goblins. I hate that. That's the ugliest thing ever. It's my biggest pet peeve. So I don't treat somebody that's just here for the givey because you never know if they're going to come back to me. And I can tell you right now, when somebody wins my giveaway, I've had tons of people do this. They tip me or they buy from my buy now almost like 9 out of 10 times. Yep. So I don't, I want my buyers to win the buyers giveaway, but someone wins it. They're here. They invested some time in hanging out. That's cool. Yeah. So giveaways are not required. They're just something extra you do. Yeah. That's just my attitude on it because I've been on here long enough. And I'm going to always actually, I don't want if someone comes in and you guys have labeled, I say it like that. So it's just addresses anybody. And the giveaway's pinned and you've titled it giveaway number 5. And someone comes in and you haven't said what the giveaway is or anything. You have to actually show the giveaway. You have to show the giveaway in a picture and in the title. Okay. And you have to show it on camera. Okay. So if you don't, and they come in and say, "What's the giveaway?" and you guys get mad, that's not very good, you know, being a good salesman, saleswoman, right? So put what it is, show a picture of it, because then they know what they're getting, right? And they're not going to enter it. But I don't enter giveaways that say giveaway 1, free 99. Those, it's like if a seller writes that, I know they don't care and it's going to be a crappy giveaway. But like, I'm not going to want to shop with them if they do that. So if they have it really listed and I see what it is, I may not want it. I usually don't enter giveaways, but I might go there, buy it now, and check it out because I like their attitude. That's just me, though. You love gifting things. Yeah, we used to have gifting. It was so much fun. Yeah, pay it forward. It depends on the weight of the item of the giveaway. It's based on the weight class. Yeah, so I used to give away fairy lamps. Guess how much those weigh packaged up? 1 to 2 pounds. So back then when I did that, it was like 8.35 for shipping. So they got 1 to 2 pounds free shipping. They got free shipping for my show. Up to 5 pounds. Yep. And I would always get like actually when I did like paperweights or different things, I would always try to get something that weighed like 8 to 11 ounces. So I pay for half the shipping. Oh my gosh, I give away so many of those. Yeah, but now it's different. I don't. It depends what I sell. If I have a good night, then I just do giveaway for everybody, and whoever wins it wins it. That's how it goes. I don't. Yeah, fairy lamps. I would give them away. We did people, and it was crazy how many people wanted fairy lamps or hen on a nest. I've given away paperweights, hen on a nest, and then sometimes as packs of cards and stuff. You don't even have one of your own yet. Well, listen, we're gonna call it a night. Gotcha. What's that? Gotcha. Yeah, we're gonna call it a night or a morning, because I've been on long enough, and that's what healthy boundaries are for. Knowing when it's time to go. I appreciate you guys. You're very welcome. Yeah, because I gotta be up in like 3 hours. You know what, Clive? For every one like that, there's gonna be 50 to 1,000 that are better. Yeah, just let it be a lesson. Because like I would go to brand new seller shows and I had 3 cancellations back to back. I bought some Labubus, canceled because I got a good deal. First shows. Went to the next first show, did the Pokemon, was like $80 or something, $100. Canceled like that an hour later. Rated a guy, bought Legos, tipped him. Each one I tipped, they all canceled. I don't tip no more new sellers. I used to love to do that. I don't anymore because every time I order, that was 3 in a row canceled. Does that mean everybody's going to do that? Probably not, but we're going to see. Yeah. And the tips aren't refundable. So I don't know if that's a thing they do and make a new account. I don't know. Am I going to sit there and go report everybody to whatnot? I got other things to do. So, you know, yeah. So when I'm buying, I'm just like, okay, I won't tip anymore. Let me see who's on. If the person I was going to rate is still on. Oh, yeah. What's he doing tonight? I usually like try to raid Lisa, what's up? It is, but you know what? That's on them. That comes back to them, you know. That kind of behavior on this app comes back. And believe me, I'm just one of many sellers on here that are community hosts for Whatnot. The buyers come and tell us what happens because they know we talk to Whatnot and they know we're going to tell Whatnot because they're going to send us proof, you know, of things. So it comes back. It's karma. Yeah. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. How are you? I'm on late. Yeah. How are you doing? I'm just looking to see who's on right now. Maybe CG will wake up earlier. I don't think I ever rated her in the morning. Oh, thank you. I know. I should like. I love going li I love going live to this time. Yeah, you read the rules, help.whatnot.com, and then click on seller, and there's a ton. Or this one. I think they're in my show notes. Yeah, actually, all these are in my show notes. This is a good one for sellers. Yeah, you're welcome. I know. Likewise. It's always pretty chill here. I'll sell stuff like auction while every now and then. Yeah, I just like doing the chats. And right now that's what I need to be doing. Yeah. But I don't always do like I'll be very strict. Like I didn't really get into shipping, just basic, because I'm doing my chat show on Tuesday and that's gonna be a couple hours. And then you know, healthy boundaries are really important. Okay, I don't do pick for me. So let me see. I was trying to find this other person, but they're not, they're showing them as, let me see, vintage, why didn't it come up? I think there's a glitch. Pirate chest, what's up? It made me fall, you fell asleep? Hey, thank you. A lot of people come here to sleep. Yeah. If anybody knows any agents, I'm willing to, I want to do some audiobooks for real. But you can't just read a book online, you know? Yeah, you can't read a book online because it's copyrighted protected like music. So I don't never want to do anything like that. But believe me, I do want to read those books. Some of those people that read the books are so good. They also have like $10,000 microphones for real. Well, they haven't been busted yet. Eventually they will. Eventually the author, there was a girl that was reading tonight and I was like, how's she reading on the Whatnot? Her book was pretty spicy. She was actually pretty funny. All right, I found someone we're gonna raid, and I don't think I've raided her in a while, but she's so nice. She has a good show. She does vintage decor. She has a little shop, and she has some good deals. So we're gonna go over there. Let me put her name in. Yeah, she raids me from time to time quite a bit. But usually she's already off, so she's having a good show tonight, I think. Thank you, you guys. I appreciate you so much. And just remember to take care of yourself. Always practice your kindness. And if you're afraid to go live, you're going to stay afraid if you don't do it, right? So I'm on every day, you guys. You just bookmark all the shows, but I'm on at a set time, 11:23 p.m. Pacific time. I don't always go till 3. I usually end like 1 o'clock. Unless I'm selling, I might. But Tuesday mornings, and then today I'm supposed to do a daytime show, but we're going to see now. Very, very nice to meet you guys. I'll have a good night. I'll see you guys on the Whatnot, and you can follow me. My name is the same everywhere.